Okay. So far, so good. We actually have. Excuse me. Throat is completely dry. But like, yeah, seems like the settings are actually good this time. Unlike my last stream, which turns out for the first 30 minutes I was literally unhearable because the music was so loud.
Amazing.
Yeah, which by the way, how you if by the way that's fun. By the way, if you haven't come and watch the Yeast 8 playthrough, highly suggest it. You know, when you can actually hear my commentary. I'll probably have I'll probably go and like look through and edit that like I'll probably edit it tomorrow maybe. And like start.
How is E8?
Yeah. Yeast 8 is actually pretty good.
Oh,
I'm enjoying it so far.
I see.
Definitely is like old school RPG with with the new anime flavor in it. So
When are they gonna make another game like East 1 and 2, and it's just competitive bumper cars for the entire way?
I don't know. That probably when I get to East 1 and 2, that'll be interesting. Jeez. Okay. Good thing we haven't officially started yet, so I need to take care of this real quick.
Hello, viewers. Welcome to our usual 20 minutes of preamble. This is where you see behind the stage and just witness what goes on while we work out our problems.
But yeah, definitely, I am glad to call this the end. I'm glad to officially kind of like get this over with because this will be officially the end of the true end of season 1 of the podcast. So I'm good with that.
I don't know. I have something to announce at the end of this stream, so that may be related to a bonus episode.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yep. I'm just gonna keep you at the edge of your seat because you have no clue what I'm talking about.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. This is episode 12 of This is 10. Damn, I messed up.
Huh?
I was like, how do I announce this? Because this is technically episode 12, but there's only like 8 episodes on the YouTube channel, so it's like and only like 4 of them are with you. So it's like, shoot, how do I do this? How do I actually?
Okay, so here's what we do. We renumber every single video, and we just call this episode 4 of TCG Talks, the Zenin Entrance Saga.
Yeah, but that requires work.
We need a proper numbering system.
Okay, well, my old blender aside, thank you everybody. This is episode. God damn it! You know what? That's the wash machine. I'll take care of it later. So, of course, this is the 3rd try now. So, once again, thank y'all for tuning in for episode 12 officially of TCG Live Talk. This is the end of season 1, as I kind of like employers do, as in this is the end of the 2021 episodes. For now, you'll get to that later. So what's going on? So first off, I want to say thank y'all for being around for 12 episodes. Also, thank y'all for having the first episode almost reach 1,000 views. Like, it is like,
how are you people still here?
Yeah, for the people who might still be here that have watched it. Yeah, episode 1 is like, I think almost like at 800 views. So it's like, first off, I'm cool with that. I was not expecting that.
That's great.
Secondly, y'all need to watch the rest of the episodes because those are still not even close to 100 views. Please. No, I'm good. thank y'all for support anyway. If
Since you've been rated and are currently falling off.
Shut up. So if you like to continue, please like the video and then share, and share it with somebody who has bad taste in podcasts, and be sure to subscribe to both our channels so we can keep having the incentive to keep going. Follow the Twitch if you're watching this live, or follow our YouTube channels, which are always usually at the. I really should put a link to both our YouTube channels and stuff here. That's something that'll happen for season 2. Don't worry. Season 2 will just be I'm gonna rectify all the mistakes I made. We're just gonna clean it.
Season 2 will come with 200% more plugs for my stuff. Don't worry.
Anyway, so we've got. Let's see. To say we've got a long show would be an understatement. Because
got a lot to get through.
Yes, because at the 11th hour, these you know how season finales oh man, it doesn't seem like nothing's really gonna happen, and then the 11th hour, the final episode, you just have a bunch of stuff happen. And it's how the heck did this get here? How did we get here? That's kind of what happened these past 2 weeks. To put it bluntly, it's literally just it seemed like there wasn't gonna be much news, and then bam, news, bam, news, bam, news. Heck, the anime section,
all the crazy stuff out for Christmas.
Heck, the anime section, literally, Build a Fight came out today, and that's gonna be a whole conversation. So much so I'm gonna say it right now. That's gonna be the headlining final segment of the show. Straight up, we're talking overdress first. So you want to hear overdress? Hear that it's right before the Build a Fight section, etc., etc. And also I will do timestamps for the YouTube video because I've realized I need to do that before, so I don't have a video where I'm constantly re-editing over and over and over again. Ugh. God, I hate work.
Now you too can avoid these editing in this house thanks to our sponsor, Skillshare. Yes, Skillshare.
I was like, what? No, we're not sponsored by Skillshare.
But we can be one day.
I doubt it, but
This is our pitch.
You greatly overestimate the idea that someone like Skillshare would give us an ad.
And you underestimate our upward potential. We are so low on the totem pole right now that we have nigh infinite potential for growth.
Okay, so I guess speaking of potential, how was your week? Or your weeks?
Well, it's been pretty hectic. A lot of stuff happened. Rebirth Corpo's been messy. A lot of games have been coming out. I finally hit Twitch affiliate, so that's pretty cool.
Yep. He did it. He hit Twitch affiliate first, mostly because he actually streams. I promise I will do it. I'm just lazy, and I would just want to keep playing Central Fiction constantly, but
just stream Central Fiction.
That is true, but I know. But this is also speaking of the TCG channel, and I'll probably I say it all the time, but I'll probably just stream.
This isn't YouTube.
I'll probably just stream.
Or this isn't YouTube. Streaming random stuff won't actually kill your algorithm.
That's true. Yeah, I'll stream something tomorrow, I think. I'll probably do it early so I don't just force myself in the afternoon and be like, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. It's no. I'll just stream early, get it out the way, and we'll just go. Alright, so wake up 10 o'clock if you all want to watch me stream Blaze Blue Vanguard 0. I might just even do Duel Links, I don't know.
Duel Links.
Yeah, that's a reach. I'm not gonna do Duel Links.
There we go.
Now, but we do have some Yugioh on the list though. So
Are we still waiting on the news for Yu-Gi-Oh! Mass Duels from Jump Fest, or did that pass by?
It's day 2, so we should get some news. It might even break like during the podcast, depending on how.
Oh, that's gonna be hilarious.
Just like we just were in the middle of the butterfly. And so what happened is Sakura. Wait, what are you talking about? Master Duel came out? Let's go. Sorry.
Oh wait! I just got word like as of this minute. The news section of the Konami stream is starting. We'll have Master Duel news.
Hold on, why did I get that again?
Speak of the devil and it shall arrive.
Oh, are you kidding me? Okay. So yeah, within the hold on, can I actually show my own thing and just keep the silence on? Yeah, so let me sound that. Yeah, it will probably literally in the middle of the podcast. In a minute, actually. They just started the timers. You know what? Hey, this is impressive. You will have breaking news on the podcast in about 20 minutes. And by saying breaking news, I mean you will have breaking news when we got that shit translated, because we don't know Japanese directly, right?
Right. You see, I'm a master in theatrical reinterpretation of things in terrible ways. Don't worry.
Well, it's currently on. We're gonna wait for everything. Jeez, whoa, that's something.
So now this is the part where you run down the timer.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm really enjoying Super Robot Wars 30 so far.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of your streams. What do you actually like? I've seen kind of.
Game is huge. Like it feels way too big.
Yeah, I heard. I saw a couple like people in another Discord I'm in talk about how like they took so long to just barely get through. They're like, I'm still not even done, and I haven't got the DLC yet. So yeah, I assume it's a very long game.
Like, it's weird for a normally completely linear franchise to then slam with 12 different options for what to do next after the like prologue section. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, well, at least you can't say you didn't get your money's worth.
Alright. I'm not got 300 hours out of that Gundam game.
Oh, you mean Crossrays? The game I
Yep.
still haven't played yet.
You better play that game. That thing was not cheap.
I will. It's downloaded, it's sitting there, and there's just so much on my backlog. I'm like, dang. I'm already in the middle of East, so I'm just like, I want to like finish East 8 before anything else, right? Just do a game at a time,
Right.
continue. It'll probably be next on the list, actually. So, I mean, you still have to keep your end of the deal of next year getting into Trails.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And so that's an interesting one. Because, you know, I have a plan for next year for my streams.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to play increasingly weird and random stuff.
Like RimWorld? The game you said that people know, when I'm like, I ain't never heard this dang game.
It's popular. Anyway.
It can't be...
Depending on what's on sale this Steam Winter Sale, my next RPG I'm starting is probably going to be Akiba's Trip.
Oh.
And if that's not on sale, I'm playing the Sanran Kagura pinball game live.
So you just want to just straight up lose your channel from...
I'm taking my channel in a very interesting direction.
Like, you don't even want to wait for Neptunia versus Samurai Kagura. You want to go out fast.
Look, Philly, I accomplished my goal for the year. Time to go off the rails. Immediately.
Yeah, you know what they say.
Okay, new pack for Red Shults got announced.
No, I think it's just a reminder. Because I've seen that logo before.
Ah.
Oh, is that? I think that's our missing. I think that's the. I heard there was like seven roads, so I think this is like the last one, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, we're just casually talking in the middle of the podcast while all these
We're kind of just waiting for the Master Duel stuff to be announced.
Yeah. In fact, we might take.
We should probably post a link to the.
What?
We should probably post a link to what we're watching.
Yeah, I guess. I don't think anyone's really here. They're probably watching that directly anyway.
Still.
Yeah, I'm to make sure. Like, I'm trying to reach your affiliate and putting in like a thing that's probably gonna get cut off anyways. Like, I would put on the actual like thing, but like, no, I'm just gonna not do
right.
It. Like, you're gonna hear us like talk about it here.
Yep.
So, no for things. Another.
Oh yeah, my Twitch emails are coming in like 2 days. Finally.
Your what?
My Twitch emotes.
Oh.
Yep.
I thought you said your 20 motes. I'm like, what? 20 motes?
Yeah, my 20 motes. You didn't know I'm running Castle Town? I have your 20 motes.
Oh yeah, these are definitely these are definitely like finale boss monsters.
You know what's funny about Sevens that people have noticed?
What?
The main character loses a ton. Meanwhile, rival guy is basically unstoppable. It's like, oh boy. Alright, everyone. The main character's stolen. He's probably about the job. But don't worry, the second in command, he's our actual Yusei here. Literally undefeated. It's a great switch. For me, oh Jesus, yeah, for me, my week, it's been interesting. Like, you think it'd be cold by now, but it's like, oh wait, it's Texas. It's never cold unless it's like nighttime. No, it's like really cold so far.
So it's literally just like, oh, this is still like spring weather. Like, it doesn't really get cold until like Christmas Day and after.
Oh yeah, crazy thing happened today. Lightning struck right outside my compound.
Whoa.
Like right outside my window. There's a streak of light. I'm like, oh no.
It has been raining all day.
Huh?
Yeah, I think about it. So yeah, it'd definitely be something.
You never think about things until you actually see lightning almost strike you.
I hope to never have that moment. Because that's just terrifying. So, what were we talking about? Let me go back to the original thing. Yeah.
And it was so weird seeing Seven stuff.
Yeah,
How they're handling things like fusions.
Yeah, it's so weird. We had like an actual like thing, and then it's like, oh wait, the actual like segment of Master Duel is coming up like today. So it's like, oh,
We kind of need to get that release date. before you can continue the stream.
You were getting what? What is that?
Oh, yeah, I think they said they were announcing an update for the Switch game.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was like, why is the logo for Premiere? I'm like,
yeah, they're actually getting new sets and things. Unlike a certain Vanguard EX. Anyway.
don't remind me.
Huh.
Oh yeah, so they are putting in the next 2 sets and all the decks for the
It's
characters.
basically everything right before fusions.
Huh. That's actually hey, that's actually pretty good.
Yep.
So that means like English. What? Oh Lord, I just saw a copy pasta of the freaking progression series.
Oh no.
The Secrets of Eternity. So I think that's another thing. So right before I got in, saw the new Right before I got in, I saw the news that that Mappa's working on another anime again. Hell's Paradise Jigo Koraku.
Man, I have not kept up with the anime announcements.
Well, there's been a few. Like Bleach got its trailer. Dragon Ball Super next movie got its trailer.
The next anime season looks completely barren.
Oh no, I haven't checked.
Let me see what we have here. Kimetsu no Yaiba Season 2, Part 2. Or I guess Season 3. Anyway. More Mahoka. Okay, Sequels, more sequels. Even more sequels. Shumatsu no Harem is never coming out. Why is it here?
Oh yeah, and then all that. But yeah, it's mostly just like a Mappa has just been like. I think Mappa's just sealed away. They can't get out because they have to do Attack on Titan season. There's no way they're doing. There's no way you can look at not spoiling anyone if they want to still watch the Attack on Titan anime only, but like since I read the manga, I know what some of those scenes are, and and let me tell you right now, if I was an animator, I'd dip.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I'm good. Oh, Master Duel.
Oh, that.
No, but like, wait for permission. Like, if I was literally animated, I said this like, the author he literally like apologized to Mappa Savage. Like, I'm sorry what I just did to y'all. I'm sorry for that. Cause like there's just some scenes in that like in those final like chapters. I'm just like Jesus.
Oh, there goes the CG budget for the next 3 years.
Yep. So it's like then they have other series, and then they have more Jujutsu Kaisen coming out. So it's like
Mappa is turning into early 2000s Madhouse in terms of output.
Ironic, since they are like a Madhouse like spinoff.
Right.
So it's like they somehow fell into that chasm again.
It's like what happens if Trigger ever becomes as broke as Skynex?
I mean, they keep releasing like anime that just end up being trash eventually.
Wasn't BNA like pretty good?
I heard BNA was okay, but I'm talking more about you know what the
Look, it's been a while since Frank's, and they've come out with some good stuff afterwards.
Yeah, but
okay, we got our Master Duel preview.
All right, so now we're looking at the Master Duel a fusion into Cyber and Dragon. Got Dank Magician. The UI is looking okay. Yep.
It's on literally everything.
Yep, literally everything.
Crossplay and cross save, apparently.
Crossplay and cross save? Alright.
Yeah?
Oh dang, they got ashed. Alright, so can we get like details on the actual we'll let you know when you okay, so let everybody know when like a lethal blow is like there.
Mm-hmm.
Ranked, we'll have ranked
events and everything else. Standard things. Alright, I'll get the deck builder.
Alright. Deck builder. We'll show like the signature card of the deck. Yeah, that looks like a.
I gotta say, this game looks incredibly utilitarian in a lot of aspects. Okay, we got card crafting.
Oh, we can actually craft. That's
surprising.
Oh no, wait, SR. Oh no.
Yeah.
Solo.
It's a gacha game, that's for sure.
Yep. And we got story mode because. Which is how you're gonna get the currency. That's.
I mean, I think we'll just grind day. I will just burn to the story day one if it means getting Mech Knights. Like day one. Screw the guts. I'm playing full power Mech Knights week one.
Yeah. So far, and again, I apologize for like the visual.
Yep. Oh god, the shop.
Oh, here we go. Yep.
Oh no, Master Pack. Oh no.
Yeah, just ruined everything I was trying to say.
Oh, it's all random. Oh hell no, no,
Wait.
no. It's all 10,000 cards in one pack.
Wait, no. Come on, dog. Y'all can't. No.
Okay, here's what I think is gonna happen. Alright.
I know they had to put a gotcha in there. There's no way you just do that. This has to be
so,
free to play, right? You can't just.
Yeah, it's confirmed free to play. So here's what I think is happening. You have master packs that have way too many cards in them.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
And then you can probably earn actual, more specific packs. Hopefully. And you're not digging your 10,000 Yu-Gi-Oh cards trying to pull the stuff you need.
At the very least, they do have crafting.
Imagine that, like, panics. Alright. 10,000 cards. Stop giving me a Mask of Despair.
And let's be honest here, like, over half of those cards are pretty much useless.
Except for the first month where I was playing Jank.
Yeah, and then you run into Simo on ladder. or Nim Nim on ladder. Excuse me. Hold on. Excuse me. Whew. But okay, so we got Master Info. We're gonna keep getting Master Info. So first off, I'm sorry for the listeners on the audio doing just audio because y'all just basically heard us just kind of like reacting to something you can't see. And I'm sorry for the actual visuals because you can't see what we were reacting to in the first place. So this is just kind of awkward because like this is happening at the same time and kind of like caught us by surprise. So, you know, we're kind of doing this live. We might come back around to it when we get like the translated info from like YG
Yeah.
organization. So, I guess we're gonna try and move on.
I guess.
Let me look like real quick to see what's on the list. Okay, so we talked about weeks, kinda. Kinda. They were some weeks.
Kinda. Weeks did happen.
So
oh yeah, what date's on the itinerary?
what was
Oh
that?
no, the strategy presentation. Oh no.
Yes, that was on the list. So that is actually like so we're gonna move on to news. Woohoo! So
Yay!
the strategy presentation, aka the part where where Bushiroad decided to show us like what every card game is doing for a good 3 months.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to summarize this first, or do you want to go into the nitty gritty?
We're gonna summarize Rebirth and Weiss because I unfortunately could not get through the Weiss section yet. Rebirth, new sets. One of the things on there is the Kagenato Key set, which is a collab between all of Key's like franchises. There's also they announced the Konosuba set, a Blue Archive set, Princess Connect Season 2, an update on the Stardom Women's Wrestling set, and a second confirmed set of the New Japan World Wrestling set deck.
Basically,
So
Rebirth for You continues to be the crossover TCG with the best and most random series lists I've seen, and it's great.
well, if you're a wrestling fan, yeah.
Like Weiss has nothing on, like modern Weiss has nothing on what Rebirth for You is bringing.
Also, we have yet to find out what's going on with Genshin, so that's the thing.
I'm telling you, something happened. And Genshin Impact is going to be moved to the first crossover set for Card Fight Vanguard China.
Zeno.
Yeah.
If that happens, I'm strangling you. Listen, just because they gave me the Mega Me Over Trigger does not mean I'll be okay with China getting exclusive crossover set with Genshin.
But wouldn't it be a hilarious list of fates?
No, what's really hilarious? My foot in your mouth. You mean tell me the one crossover? Okay, the second crossover I'm actually kind of interested in. 100%, and they give it to China only.
What's the other one?
Along with the overtrigger, generic overtrigger design I want. Oh, I'm salty. I'll admit that. I'll be salty.
Wait, what's the other series?
We'll get to that. So, Rebirth had things. Let's go to the Weiss section. Weiss got a bunch of kind of like sequel sets. They got more Assault Lily, a new Bane Dream sequel, Rebu Starlight, Saikano gets its movie set, and a bunch of other stuff.
Hololive got its getting its new premium box set with the new cards.
Oh yeah, and Weiss. Oh no, Weiss is getting the Prisons Connect. Excuse me, I'm sorry. That was completely a mistake on my part. So that's pretty much everything. And I'm just gonna first off, and then so that's kind of like Weiss. I'm sorry. I do have like a video I'll probably post in the show notes on the episode on YouTube that will like be a much better like amplifier of the Weiss thing, because I watched it I watched it. I know Zeno has it, but we've kind of like been like Rebirth isn't here in English, and Weiss is in a weird state. Is in a weird state for us. They did. However, I will say, like at the start, they did announce, they are also supporting the Hololive Super Expo. So good for y'all, weebs, and a giant ban list. I don't think this is this is restriction list. So they've released entire update restriction list. There's also that video will also like point to what happened there. I don't know where I didn't even look myself because I don't really play any of these decks that would have these issues. So that's it.
Basically, they killed Sinful Gear, and I'm kind of bad.
No, Sinful Gear kills Sinful Gear.
Oh my god, the secret shiny box.
Yep. The secret shiny box that I really
I don't know. I just kind of like how they name these things in Japan.
Well, it has a. Well, it has a. I think in it there's like a. I think like a small like acrylic stand for like the Sky Striker stuff. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I want the super shiny.
Oh my god, the secret shiny box contains an even shinier box. Is there gonna be something even shinier inside it?
Yeah, it has a shiny cardboard. So, yep, it's got the Sky Striker Kaiju.
That's pretty shiny. All right.
It's got the it's got the packs. I think it is all just like a bunch of like high rare like reprints. Man, can't wait to not get that in TCG.
We never get to get stuff in TCG, and that's okay.
No, it isn't.
Our Konami Overlords say it's okay.
We get the Sky Striker the engaged sleeves, which I'm actually cool.
All right, those are really shiny. All right. The box is living to its namesake of being really shiny.
Yep. I love how we also just like derailed the entire Weiss section.
Do we honestly care?
Oh, wow. Wait, they came with oversleeves?
Oh my god! Shiny oversleeves are shiny sleeves. Just more?
Dang, they really came with, yeah, it came with acrylic stands for Ray and what's her name?
Rose. Man, all this nice stuff Konami of America refuses to give us. Yeah. Bruh. And we're still gonna give them money, apparently.
We. We.
I haven't purchased anything card game related in years.
Okay, that's not true. Does it come with scissors? Oh, it was like, where did he get the scissors from?
If only. You're right. It should have came with secret shiny scissors.
Now that would have been a box.
Oh.
Wait, what is that? I've never seen that card before. What is that? A new spell?
It's a new card.
Oh, yeah. What? Okay. Yo, this art was so kino. Okay, I'm sorry.
You've gone
I'm sorry,
so
y'all.
far off the
We
rail.
done really done derailed this. I have no idea what the title for this episode is gonna be. It could be derailed. It could be like literally anything. Oh, that art looks so good. That's so cool. That's so raw.
So here's what we title this episode. Alright.
The title is
Stand back. The episode where we don't actually do anything about our podcast.
The podcast is forever derailed. Alright, we're still recording.
Derailed, a TCG Talks podcast.
I need to. Okay, before we just get back on track, I need the actual translation of this card before we actually get back on track.
Yeah.
Please, just give me the. Wait, what? What's going on? We're getting. Oh, Lord, we're getting more. There's more cards on this. Oh no.
Oh, okay.
It's field spells of the.
Field spells and continuous spells. Everyone else gets a field spell or continuous spell.
Battle
Rangers just get a normal spell.
Which is into the race.
God.
Okay, those artworks are fantastic. Why on earth did it have to be now? Why does it have to be now? Our podcast, the entire podcast has been derailed into just us geeking out on some Yu-Gi-Oh! Despite the fact that we spent 3 episodes just kind of like riffing on Yu-Gi-Oh's like state.
Yeah. Isn't that great? We have no actual ethics in this podcast. Let's be honest.
Alright, so I'm gonna keep YG Organization open for translations of that. But yeah, there's a oh Lord, Mappa making sure those animes don't see their families next year. Oh, it hurts, but it's true.
Look, it's fine. All right. They wouldn't want to see their families anyway with how small their paychecks are.
Oh boy. Okay. So what on earth's going on? Oh yeah, that's how we got here. Okay, I was like, what the heck are we doing? See, I'm literally just like, I unintentionally checked out. I completely like. So it was like, okay, trying to.
That's just how it is.
So let's see. There's something here I can like see real quick. No.
You know what's funny? At the rate we're going, it's gonna be like midnight before we get to the build divided portion.
Oh, yeah, I told you this is gonna be a long one. This is definitely gonna be a long one. Whether intentionally or not.
Yeah. I could do something right now.
Okay, so let me check this. You know what this is? Yeah, I named this live talks for a reason. So
True.
this is definitely y'all get live. Y'all getting this live. Meanwhile, speaking of live, I'm going to look for my Sky Striker card. You got me messed up.
Good luck editing this. The rendering time is going to be terrible.
Oh, it is. I'm cool with it. In fact, literally the second thing is over, I'm downloading this thing and starting the editing. I can't wait no more.
Yeah, what do I want to play right now?
Okay, Sky Striker Mobilized Linkage. It's a quick play. You can control a little monster in your main monster zone. Send one other card on your field to the graveyard. Special summon the Sky Striker Ace monster from your extra deck to the extra monster zone. Then to release one dark and light Sky Striker Ace monster on your field or in your graveyard. It gains 1,000 attack. Grab this card resolves. You can't special summon monsters from the extra deck except Sky Striker monsters. So it's So it's definitely a switch. Just a switch. Okay, that's cool. And there's like 10,000.
Neat. Oh, this is annoying. So I kind of cleared the new event and rolled the flipper like day 1 or day 2. And I'm like, oh man, there's no content left in the game.
Okay. Alright, so we gotta move on to I'm gonna wait one quick second because I want us to actually like talk about the Vanguard stuff and like do it actually talk about it before we actually get to whatever it is it's doing. So it's like I'm giving like Konami like a good 20 more seconds to actually like give us like details on anything else. Alright, just give us old arts. Alright, we're moving on.
Okay. We're out. It's all just action time. Let's go.
Yep. Alright, so now on to like the big bulk of what's going on, and that is with Card by Vanguard. So we need to talk about overdress or like Vanguard itself currently. So last time we were here, we talked about the announcement that Mori was actually leaving Bushiroad, but we had no other information other than he was leaving and that he was going to be at the presentation.
He was leaving.
So
and Kidani is suspicious.
Regardless of that, we do have details on what's happening with new product, but first we gotta talk about the producers ish situation. So Mori is gone. Yep. But what they have done now is they have made what they have now done is, I hope this actually loads. Shunichi Taira has been officially announced to be the English producer for Card by Vanguard. As in now, Vanguard English and Japan, English and like Japanese, have two separate producers who are now going to work in tandem with each other.
And that took a while.
If you don't know who Shunichi Taira is, one, I understand, but two, he is the actual CEO of Bushiroad USA. TLDR, there's a
I mean, we could.
TIL, there's a Bushy USA.
I mean, does CEO of Bushiroad USA mean anything in the grand scheme of things?
We have
Did it
no
ever
idea.
mean anything?
We have no idea. That's the answer.
All right.
We'll have to wait and see. But so I'm still have some criticisms about like what happened. I still have some not criticisms, but I have criticisms, but I also have questions about what happened to Mori and why he decided to leave now, and what happened, and what the future of Vanguard is going to be.
Right.
However, one of the things that was actually taken care of was, remember when I talked about how I wish that like you had the rights to these shows taken care of if you want to do collab sets and make sure they're released in a timely manner?
Yeah.
Next collab set is Record of Ragnarok as a simultaneous release. Some of all times, it took Mori leaving for us to kind of get a collab set to actually release on time. And our first simultaneous release in, I think, a long time. Like, what do you think about that?
It's interesting. I mean, people like Record of Ragnarok, not the anime. Except that one female character we all know about.
Oh yeah, I was like,
yeah, Neo, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's
anyway,
the girl in front. I'm like, oh no, wait, there's also them. Yeah, I get it.
Right. So it's an interesting pick. I'll see that much.
So,
and at least it's not something from Warner Brothers.
What, you didn't want the Daffy Duck Vanguard collab? That multiverses set coming out? Yeah, no, I'm actually like really, I'm okay with this for a few reasons. One, they actually were like releasing it simultaneously, so it's not going to be behind, theoretically. It also depends on what happens with, because it's coming after like set, right? It's coming after set. It's actually, like, now I think about it, it's actually going to be ahead of set 5, but it's going to be in English, but it's going to be behind set 5 in Japanese. So it's actually going to be ahead of schedule. So we're going to have a different meta here than in Japan, in a sense.
Yeah.
Like, we can say, like, okay, this deck might be stronger than the set 5 stuff, whatever that is. Or it could be weaker than set 5 stuff. So, like, it is very interesting how that's going to play out. So, like, the criticism of this is a set that is going to be, the criticism of the sets coming in late doesn't exist. Record of Ragnarok is a pretty, like, familiar IP, the anime notwithstanding. So it's definitely, like, something like that. So it's not kind of like a random Japanese only IP, but so it's like, yeah, no, this is actually a pretty decent choice, and it's doesn't have the issues that the other collab sets have, especially Token Rambu, which again still is just waiting to get sent to the slaughter. So I think so. I'm just like, the only issue is like if you just really just don't care for collab sets and you're like a purist.
Shut up, one.
It's like
I'm just gonna speak for Zex here. If you're some kind of super lousy, dang, dirty, sinking card game purist when it comes to card game sets, shut up for 5 seconds. Your cards aren't going anywhere.
He does not speak for me. The robot does not speak for me. Just keep that in mind, everybody. So yeah, I'm cool with that. Just to get as far
I
away from
speak
this,
for I speak for the inner you.
I'm getting this as far away from us as possible because you might just start ruining everything. Yeah, we're getting a trial deck and a booster. Up. So another thing that they also said was, for all presentations going forward, restriction lists will be there for all the games, which is different from what Mori had originally set up, which was to do Vanguard like 3 times a year. So that's gonna be like we're getting it now 4 times a year, which I'm gonna be honest, like I don't like this. Talking about it now in terms of Vanguard, I don't like this because I was cool with the old system because I feel like what's going to happen now is everyone's gonna come into a thing and be like, oh, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. And it's like when nothing happens, like what happened here, people are gonna be upset and disappointed. And it's like that's not the whole point why we're here. This is supposed to be for the games, the cards themselves, right? For the cards and the sets and like everything about the IP, for the investors. The investors don't care about what. I mean, the only investors that really care are the card shops. But I feel like you should leave that out of like presentations like this. But that's just
Here's
me.
my question: why are you investing in Bushiroad after how many failed products they have? They've had. Let's be honest. Why the hell are you people still investing? Unless you actually care about the stuff getting banned and whatnot. You gotta be real invested to still care.
Well, dang.
I guess I'm set for the presentation.
No, there's still more. Oh, we're getting the. Wait, wait, I missed this. Because YG organization is updated. We got a Duel Links update for Global, which is now its 5th anniversary. And starting January 12th, everybody will get a copy of Monster Reborn.
Yay!
But it'll be immediately limited to 1. So we'll just be already on the limited list. Everyone will get UR and SR tickets, including more Dream tickets, sleeves and play mats featuring Yuga and Yugi, and then there's the skill Destiny Draw Monster Reborn, 1,000 gems and a skill ticket, and then the Structure Deck EX Super Magical Swordsman, which will bring in Dark Paladin, a couple of the cards that were in the Megatons this year, and a reprint of Magical Navigation. So that's definitely cool for. That is definitely cool for. What's going on here? Okay, I was like, so that's pretty much that. I'm still waiting for the. More details. So that's a Duel Links update for everybody. So back to the Vanguard again. I'm sorry.
Vanguard.
So they announced an update to they're still working on the Craycross epic. It'll continue. I don't know. It says continues, but I don't know where the story we can read it at. But that's anything. And then currently, For most part, everything else was just anime related, talking about
Yeah.
the state of the plot at that time. Because we're like 2 episodes later, we had hardcovers of Megami, Yu versus Shinobu. Then we have to name the titles of the final 3 episodes: Aurora Vicious Princess, Bastion versus Bruce, and overdress. An update that Awakening Chakrabarti is Christmas. More cards that boost Haruka and Shinobu's decks. Trick Moon, Elder, and Nirvana's the new Great Fours. And then they showed off the other main three: Seraph Pure Light, Bastion Prime, Leader of the Autobots, and Diablo's Absolute Victory Bruce. And they showed the SSRs for them all. They look pretty cool. And an announcement that Shaman King Volume 2 will go on sale the same day as Record Ragnarok. So we'll get two collab. So we'll get a 2-for-1 collab season.
Oh, that'll be fun for Japan.
Yep. And Booster Pack 5 will go on sale April 1st, 2022. I wonder what April Fool's joke will get this time.
We're finally gonna get the.
But you know
We're finally gonna get a playable Daikidani unit. I swear, it's finally time.
But you know what else is also a joke? The fact they didn't tell us anything about Set 5. But it will be the 10th it will be related to the 10th anniversary set.
Expect a ton of encounter cards.
Which, yeah.
You know, because people, wanted more nostalgia stuff in their completely new overdress.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not like this presentation. I wasn't really fine with it. We already came in with Mori leaving and getting 2 separate producers. I don't know how that's gonna work, especially when Bushiroad has had hopefully this is like a good thing for communication, especially since Bushiroad has had terrible communication in the past. Like, you just have to look at how Buddy Fight Spinal sets were handled. Like, the final collab sets were handled, and you just be like, yeah, no, that's terrible.
Right.
Then you know.
Although there is something interesting to note.
What?
Vanguard's new producer, Japan side, has no experience in the TCG division. He's from their music department. This could be fun.
Yay. Alright, let me post that Master Duke trailer there. Oh, that rain spell is actually pretty good. I like it. Again, another tangent. So
More tangents.
It's fine. It's only for me because I'm the nerd. So next, let's see what else is on the list. I don't remember. What else we had? Vanguard. Yeah, basically that was it. There was nothing really there for Vanguard. Just the next Vanguard, the January 4th weekly news bites will talk about the big Divangasai, the 10th anniversary booster, and Lyrical Monsterio 2. Which
this is by far the most underwhelming presentation Vanguard's had in a long time.
So it's definitely like, that was kind of disappointing. Not gonna front.
They announced a producer and then nothing.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then so next would be Yu-Gi-Oh news. Jump Festa,
Um,
which I had, which again, we had the Yu-Gi-Oh news. We'll talk about Master Duel when YG organization actually like updates, if they update before we're done with the podcast. Uh, but next update is Yu-Gi-Oh GoRush is revealed, which is seeming to be a sequel to Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens.
yep.
And we say sequel because it is, if you look at the cast, it is literally the same like team that is all just on sevens. No one has moved.
And you look at the character names and you realize,
Yep.
oh,
The character names, Odo Yuhi and Odo Yuamu. Odo is Yuga's last name, the main character of Sevens. So it's all kind of theorized that this takes place in a deep future, probably in the future, with I mean, it's theorized it's gonna be like a future series, kind of like how Buddy Fight Ace was to Buddy Fight. Since
you know what's funny now that I think about it?
what is it?
So the main character, main characters of Buddy Fight Ace and Sevens are both named Yuga. Ace takes place in the series after the previous main character had kids. And it seems the main character in Sevens, now also named Yuga, is going to have kids of their own in a sequel series.
What you trying to say?
No, it's like a weird coincidence.
Uh-huh.
It's like a weird like ladder, like a Z shape kind of thing going on.
It is definitely interesting. All right, so okay, so we got some details about the master pack though. Pack is 100 gems, has 10 pull options. Each pack contains 9 cards, and at least 2 cards per pack is a rare and above. Okay. But yeah, but what's interesting is we have an alien as a main character, and the two like deuterogonists, I guess, are twins. So we technically have our first like main we technically have our first Yu-Gi-Oh who has the let's see, what's the there's like a kanji specifically for like Yugi, right? Whereas like if you have like the U symbol,
Mm-hmm.
the specific U symbol, you were technically one of the
Protagonist.
protagonists. So like these twins have the symbol. So this is technically our first female Yu-Gi-Oh main lead. She's our first
Did
female.
Yuzu have the symbol?
No, because they were able to change her name to Zuzu without it being anything. So yeah, so she's technically our first female Yu-Gi-Oh protagonist. She is the she is our first she is our Joestar. She is our what's her name? She's our Jolene. This girl right here is our first Jolene. Ain't that something? She's our Jolene of the franchise. Congratulations.
Oh, Oh snap! My emotes came in like 2 days early. Hold up.
Huh?
My new emotes came in like 2 days earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was it I said? I said it definitely perfectly. Oh yeah, I get. Oh yeah, that's right. Seven's being the first like true sequel in which the kids, in which the main character had kids or like direct descendants, is kind of wild.
You know,
Because like
it's kind of funny.
in all the what 20-some years of Yu-Gi-Oh, this is the first time this has happened.
Yeah.
So just think about that. We never got like things in there. Like we can think about it, consider it, but let's call it what it is. People don't like the Rush Duel characters because like, oh, they're just little kids. They're playing not real Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever. But in terms of the anime, they're Yuga is the first Yu-Gi-Oh protagonist to have canonically had sex in the show. Yeah, that's right. You say never got some.
You know,
You say didn't get none. Jaden literally left Alexis.
it's a pretty ongoing trend. Actually, the more kids are.
Wait, like Taya moved.
No. You know what's even funnier about this? It's almost like an ongoing trend for that more kids are into the card games and toy shows. It's happened in the most recent Beyblade. It's happened in Duel Masters. It happened in Buddy Fight. It happened in the most kiddie-based Yu-Gi-Oh season. All the mature seasons with older teenage cast? No.
Nope.
The ones for kids? The characters actually have sex. Dun, dun, dun.
Don't say that. No.
Wait, phrase it.
Hey. Jesus. Just like don't say that, bro. Like I know people make the jokes about Roman, but it's like no. The phrasing is wrong. It's like we're speaking in past tense when we're speaking in past tense. We're supposed to be talking in present. So you just, it's like, wait a second.
Fine. It's fine.
It's like, listen.
The podcast's on your channel. I'm not the one getting canceled.
You're the one who said it. It ain't.
And you're gonna edit it out.
This ain't Charlemagne. This ain't the Breakfast Club. And I'm not editing that out. In fact, I'm putting a timestamp right on it. I'm saying the robot goes to jail.
Anyway.
Just kinetic.
Point being.
Just you could just look at all the older protagonists like, yeah, I got some. Because I'm thinking about like what other like series like it's like I think like only like Tori and Yuma were together, but they weren't really like together. And Yuzu and there's so many ways
we don't talk about 5D. I mean Arc 5.
We don't want to talk about any of the ways how that relationship can do, anime or manga. Oh God, not the manga. That was.
And then.
Oh Jesus. And then
Yugi's Forever Alone.
No, I was gonna go to Yusaku. I already talked about Yugi.
Oh man, Yusaku.
Yusaku's Forever Alone. Cause he literally left to go see if he could find Ai.
I'm give it a year, and it's gonna turn out that Duel Links this entire time was actually a sequel to the Reigns.
Oh, I have
They're
no
gonna do
doubt
it.
that storyline is going to be. I have no doubt that the way I think the way they've kind of set up Arc 5 might be like the Arc 5 world is like turns out like they find the reigns like the Link world, and like in like something you have like they might do something cool where it's like, oh, you don't get Yusaku off the bat, you get like you might get like Blue Angel or something, because she's probably going to find Yusaku or something, and then like
Mhm.
storyline falls and you finally get Yusaku and I, which would be pretty interesting. So that's something.
All right.
Okay, I got dang, I got a ping. Okay, yeah, we're getting translations of those field spells and everything. It's like, oh, wait, what?
And don't you
Oh
hate when
Lord,
you're like,
they
what?
gave volcanic support.
No!
Yeah, the Duel Academy field spell.
I'm thinking, oh my god, they gave volcanic support.
They
I'm
gave
out.
every like. Yeah, this. They gave volcanic support. I gotta fix this up in the channel anyway later. So yeah, we get a new Sevens anime. We got the Ace Masters.
Okay. This is interesting. What they're saying for what's happening with the actual gacha for Master Duels.
What's going on?
You have to gacha to unlock different gachas.
You have to what?
So the cards you get from the Master Packs unlocks new gachas for the specific archetypes.
Uh, uh,
So if you open, say, like, oh, some crazy Ojama support, you then unlock the gacha for the rest of the Ojama support.
what?
Uh-huh.
Um.
Level 1 gacha is the everything. Level 2 is specific archetype gachas. Get it?
I get it, but it's so weird.
I mean, it fixes a problem the game was going to have if you think about it. If they did like a normal gacha system with all the normal packs, you know how much of the card pool would go to waste immediately? Like on release? It'd be a mess. Doing it this way at least kind of ensures that a lot more of the card pool will be seen, at least in ladder.
Interesting.
Also means personalized gacha pools for everyone, if you think about it.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting.
It's kind of funny if you think about it. That first 10 pull, it's like, oh my god, please give me the archetypes I want. And then you get digital bugs, and you're just going, I'm done. Don't be the person that opens digital bugs day one.
That's crazy.
Okay, here. This is getting annoying. What were we on, actually?
We were still.
The script has been lost.
Yeah, we've been off script. We were still talking about sevens and everything. So We haven't. Oh, so next is Shadowverse news. Surprisingly, we got a new set, Omen of Storms. The 23rd set will launch at the end of December with 95 cards with new leaders and alternate arts. Kind of a sequel to Ultimate Coliseum.
There's only one thing I want to know about the new set.
Which is?
How big brained is the Portal Craft support going to be?
Yes. That's our suffering as Portal players.
Is that we also have to be the smartest players in the game. At any given moment.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's not really much information. We have a couple, like, card reveals, which will come out later. We do have more puppet support, so that's cool. So we have the last, and then our last like big news item for now until we get the Master Duel info if they even translate at this point. Well, anyway, the last big thing is a new card game was announced. Alice Snow Game.
Oh man.
Which is technically on like Campfire, which is like a Kickstarter in Japan.
Yep.
So, currently its target is 3 million yen. It currently has 1,167,500. 65 people went 65 people have already like supported it, and it is we got 26 days until it's done. And I did read it, and it said like if it doesn't hit the goal, it just won't fire.
It just won't come out.
Nope. It's a we hit the goal, we start. Otherwise, we ain't. There's no point. And there's no refunds.
Oh wow.
Yep. So I believe you can take over this section because I think you have more info about this than I do. So I'm just gonna sip my tea.
I mean, I looked into a lot of. I mean, not a lot of it, but it's basically promising to be another trading card game where it's like, all right, there's no shield system, there's no trigger system. It's going to be like a new revolutionary system. It's promising to be. It will also feature variable gameplay, so you can play the game your way, whether you're a casual or competitive player. And this raises a lot of very specific flags of a certain other product from a certain creator.
Just go ahead and say it.
Yeah, so this sounds a lot like Gate Ruler. And a lot of the talk sounds like it came from the creator of Gate Ruler. Mm-hmm. Like, it's very specific lingo. Which reminds me, another card game got announced the exact same day. That's Alice No Game.
What?
I forgot what the name of it was. But this time it's a game that's also promising to be similar to Gate Ruler. This time from a Gate Ruler official influencer. Or at least one of them when the influencer program was a thing.
So there's
two. Within a span of like 24 hours, 2 Gate Ruler competitors popped out of nowhere.
Well, that is very interesting. don't you think?
So I'm not saying it's a concentrated attack to sink the game or anything, but
Yeah. Oh God, Gate Ruler screwed. They don't announce set 4.
like, why is this happening the Gate Ruler of all games?
I don't know. It's just getting crazy for this dang game. I feel so bad.
It's been crazy, and it's only getting worse apparently.
Someone save these people. Okay, so we're gonna have to take a quick break, and then we'll move on to the next segment of the show. So be right back in about a couple minutes, and we're back. Okay, so we got something actually completely different for y'all this time.
It seems we're back.
Yes, we're back. I said that around. So you know what? Actually, let's put the music back on because it's gonna be a minute. All right. So next section is the 2021 TCG Tier List.
All right, we're doing this.
Yep. So what I realized is when I was really thinking about the idea for this episode, I want to have a segment where we talked about TCGs in the year 2021. Upon realizing that, I realized there was so much stuff I had no idea how I want to actually want to combat this. That wasn't just like a bunch of. It was a lot. So what I did decide to do is let's just do a tier list. What we got here is pretty much any of the big TCGs or like TCGs that I could think off the top of my head or that were around in 2021 still. That had actual like announcements about the state of their game at some point throughout the year.
Yeah.
So that's why you see some games that's like, I don't know if this is supposed to be here or not, but trust me, I did the research. They are supposed to be in here. So, what we're going to do is we're going to rank each TCG on this list. Now, there's some TCGs that aren't on here. I apologize. There's so many card games in this world, man. I could barely remember Build Divide. I barely sneaked in Build Divide in here. We talk about it all the time. So if I could
I'm pretty sure that one Bible TCG is still going somehow.
No. We're not talking about that one. So we have 6 categories. Let's see. Which if I can pull it up. So the tiers mean this. First off, we have the top, which means they had an excellent year. We know the big 3: Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, but regardless, if you had a good year, it doesn't matter where you are in like the hierarchy. If you had a good year just this year, you're the top. You're on the top. You have doing well. You had a really good year. It wasn't as blowout as like some of the other games, but you had a good year. I could tell that you put in the work, you got the results, and you did well. Okay year. The community supported you. You released products. You had a good run. You had a good year. You were just there, right? You didn't make any like positive, negative issues, from what I could tell in the world, in their communities. You
haven't done anything particularly well, but you haven't done anything worth talking about negatively either. Good job.
Yeah. The game ain't dead, that's all I can say. We also have rough year. Y'all had a difficult year, let's be honest. Either because they couldn't play, or it was hard to collect, Was there some issues with your game balance? You know, were you in the news for more reasons that were negative than positive? And then there's Fate Unknown, which is, there hasn't been any real news about the state of your game, right? It's questionable you're even gonna make it out to past 2022 at this point, because there's been so little news. And then the Shadow Realm, you're dead. You're dead. You're going to die soon, or you just literally have nothing.
All right, let me just start this off. All right. We got these tiers this one. I'm just gonna start this off, right?
What?
Tell Gate Ruler into the Shadow Realm. Do me a favor.
No, we're gonna start. We're gonna start from the first onwards, okay?
Oh, okay.
So we're going to the Shadow Realm regardless, because the first one is Zenazard. I looked it up. It officially stopped service February this year.
God, that was like end of last year.
Yeah. It feels that long ago because it's been a long year.
Man.
Like, I had to double check. I'm like, wait, Zenazar died this year? It was this year, not 2020? And I'm like, yeah, it was 2020. I was like, Jesus. Like, that's telling you how bad it is, right? If you're
right.
an online card game and you died in 2021, like you had nothing.
Consider all the other online card games have a very little players, and you still managed to die first.
Like, it's just kind of sad what happened to Gateway. I really did like that game. Unfortunately, I just couldn't play it a lot because I'm not really like a phone player at times, right? Like I like playing on my PC and my PS4.
Also, you said Gate Ruler says Zenazar just now.
What?
Yeah.
No, say that again. I'm sorry.
Oh, you said Gate Ruler instead of Zenazar just now.
Okay, Zenazar. My bad. Sorry. But like, Zenazar is just straight up like I'm sad because that game was so cool and I really liked the character designs. I liked the gameplay. You know, there's still a tabletop simulator like thing. I think one day we could just stream and try it out because we haven't actually touched it in a while.
Oh, that might come up later for what I have to say at the end of the stream.
Okay. Interesting foreshadowing.
More foreshadowing.
Besides that, yeah, I'm sad mostly because I right before the announcement, I finally pulled the swimsuit. I think I pulled the only like Kieran skin they had. So I'm like, yeah, I got it. It's like, oh wait, you're cold? No. You really just deleted my waifu? That's crazy. So yeah, Zenazar, I'm sorry. You're in the Shadow Realm. Godspeed. Okay, next is Dragon Ball Super. I'd say it had an okay year. I heard some little issues, but I don't think they had like enough like negative issues with the game to be like, it wasn't, I don't think it was doing well or at the top, but it wasn't a rough year and not Fate Unknown. I think it was just an okay year. It just coasted along. It coasted along upstream this community, and I'd say it's okay.
I've learned like nothing about Dragon Ball Super. Good, nothing.
Yeah. So it's definitely an okay year. Weiss. I'd say it's doing well. I think the Hololive set and Hololive and Quince definitely is gonna carry that to doing well. I think it's
Weiss has some pretty good haymakers this year.
Yeah. So like I'd say definitely it was doing good this year. I don't really need to say. I think the only like real like issue I have is the Ruby set, but that's just a personal thing, right? Because I am a fan of Ruby. I'm just like, oh, I forgot how janky those first 3 seasons were. But even then, like the original art they do have is kind of like and the SPs are definitely like oh goodness, that just doesn't look appealing. So it's like, oh boy. So that's
I'm not a Ruby fan, and those look painful.
What?
I'm not even a fan of Ruby, and I feel bad for Ruby fans.
I mean, we just haven't been taking dubs at all. Like our composer, like our music like composer is like MIA right now, taking care of family things. The volume got a script delay to next year, so we don't have a Ruby volume this year because they just can't do it. And more and more of these like multi-layered videos about, oh man, Ruby's set so bad and disappointing and all this keep coming out at rapid pace, and they can't like get to it to like change the thing. So it's like, dang, there's nothing there, there's nothing here. Like, we need a dub, please. So yeah, like being a Ruby fan
you might
is suffering.
get into multiverses.
Anyway, Weiss doing well. Weiss is doing well. Magic, you're interesting. I'd say you had a rough year. You're not. I'd say Magic had a rough year because
Magic is weird.
Because like, well, remember,
it can't lose.
Yeah.
It can't take.
Gosh dang it. Okay, let me talk first. It's like, remember, I told you, it doesn't matter if you're the big 3. If you had a rough year, you're low on the list. Your status does not mean jack squat in the overall spectrum of 2021 as a year. And 2021 has been probably one of the weirdest years for Magic, because you had the was it this year or last year with the Walking Dead fiasco with all the secret layers.
That was this year, I think.
That was this year. Okay, so that you think. Then you cancel your pro circuit in paper. Arena's still bad, and it's like this weird thing is like all these stores are overstocked with product that they can't get rid of. So it's like, I don't know. You've had a rough year. You aren't dead, but you definitely had a rough year. That is what my thing is, right? Yeah, rough year.
I guess what I was trying to say on it, it's kind of similar. Sure, things are really bad for Magic. I'm like, they can take L, so it's like chip damage. But like tiny to chip damage, in fighting game terms.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, I'm taking.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely like the equivalent of a lot of chip.
Like, you're taking 0.5% like per like hit of chip damage, and it's all white health. It's like, alright, fine.
So, yeah, that. Force of Will, Fate Unknown. And I would
Force of Will is in a funny place.
Actually, I would put it like, I would say like it's between Rough Year and Fate Unknown, because what I've watched some gamer dudes videos, and I've watched like a couple like other Force of Will like videos. Apparently, people just do not like this past year Force of Will.
I've been seeing a ton of power creep. The thing with Force of Will is, you may as well just rename Fate Unknown to Force of Will. In that tier every year since like 2015.
It's just really like, from what I've heard, like they just do not want to like update. They don't want to like really balance their game like that anymore. Which is like why like so many like people are just like, bro, what are y'all doing?
We
like,
also have to consider the following for Force Will.
Okay.
So it has to do with its assets, right? Force Will, the game, it might not be doing well. But the sub created for Force Will is getting so much extra mileage out of like 3 different games right now. Caster Chronicles is using Force of Will stuff. Gate Ruler is using Force of Will stuff. A new game just came out super recently called Alternate Souls. Is also using Force of Will stuff.
Oh, we'll get to Caster Chronicles. I didn't know there was another game.
It was like Kickstarter and something. It's like a bigger strategy trading card TCG hybrid game.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
like speak to it kind of it's like, why are some of these Kickstarter games on the list? Because they ain't out yet. You can't have it here if you ain't officially out. If you're not officially out, or you aren't like a game that is literally releasing like multiple products a year, I really can't really consider you for that. Again, also like I've also just like there's so many games I lost track.
But consider the following, people. There are no games that came out in 2021 here, and that's for a reason. It's a rebuild divide.
Which again we'll get to. So I say Fate Unknown. It's unclear if it's gonna make it out 2022. If it, I say it's probably one of the games I would put on this list to be to probably be the one of the few that actually could like just straight up be fine.
Right? I put it in.
I think it's one of the big ones to like still make it out 2022.
It's weird. Like it's been a really rough year. As Fate is unknown. But it's also been Fate's unknown for so long. You're almost certain it's going to make it a 2022 out of sheer force of will. Ha, I did it.
I saw that coming. I saw that coming so hard. Oh boy. Okay. So next, Rebirth. I say okay here. I think the HoloLens stuff definitely like balanced it out. But like, yeah, I think it's just been okay.
Wait, man, Godzilla and Dino's End on this year. I kind of want to slide into doing well.
Yeah, I kind of want to do
out of personal bias.
I kind of do too. I think it's just doing well. I don't think Bushiroad is just straight up like they haven't like pushed it out in the West like Weiss.
Right.
It's gonna be weird just having Weiss and I'm gonna put doing well. It's gonna be weird having Weiss and Rebirth be on doing well. And then we'll get to. Wait a second.
Is anything actually going into the top? I'm kidding. There's probably like a few games here actually. A lot. Quite a few actually.
Wait a second. Oh no.
Are you ready to talk about those acts of honesty for the next game on this list?
No. I just noticed someone's missing. It's ironically the one game we need the most. Okay,
Oh my god!
I just noticed that. Okay, give me just a quick second.
No, keep it off the list. Oh, we can do it at the end.
No, we
at the very end of the stream.
Gotta actually bring it in because if it's not, it literally needs to be here. I don't know why it just was not missing. Did I not download the logo? I did not put the logo in.
It's kind of funny, actually, in my personal opinion, that we managed to make that mistake.
It is, again, see, this is what I was talking about. There's so many games, I literally could not remember the one game we talk about the most.
Oh my god, it's the game we talk about the most. We gotta fix that later.
No, I'm fixing it right now. I switched scenes so we can take care of this.
No, I mean talking about Vanguard the most.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we gotta fix talking about Vanguard the most.
Oh. Alright, put that in there. Alright. Yep, you know, just like 2021, this podcast has been crap. Just like 2021, this podcast also just been some booty cheese. Straight up. Holy cow, how they messed that up. I gotta update this again. Alright.
It's fine.
Okay, let's see here. Yep, it's there. Okay, so we're good. We've rectified the issue. Oh,
And back to the tier list.
Alright, so back to the list. I'm really gonna have to do this, aren't I?
You're gonna have to honestly talk about it.
You're gonna clip this. You're gonna show it to Zero. You're gonna show it to Meep, and you're gonna ruin me, aren't you?
I mean, I wasn't, but now I kind of have to.
Digimon is probably one of the best games of the year. So for those of you who don't know, I'm not a fan of Digimon.
I need that attack macro.
I'm not really a fan of the game. I'm not really a fan of the IP. So I'm not really. I'm hating this. If there's a game like I straight up say like, yeah, I'm hating on it, is Digimon, because this game had everything wrong going for it in 2020 and 2021. Bad English launch, terrible distribution. Part of the Pokemon thing of like everybody was buying a product, so like all of the products overpriced. It's like, and yet it's still selling, it's still making bank, and it's still alive. And it's like it is really just that meme of from that Nigerian film, Who Killed Captain Alex, where I'm just sitting here with the gun like, how dare you still live? It's really just that much of a, I don't like this game, and yet it somehow blew every expectation out the water. So yeah, it is one of the top games of the year. I'll admit it. I don't want to, but I have to be as objective as possible. I don't know nothing about this gameplay, but everybody loves it. What would you say?
I'm glad you can make this journey in the saying this speech.
Oh, I still ain't gonna play this crap game, but
it's not a crap game.
I was talking objectively. I'm not talking about personally. This game is crap.
Sure.
So what do you want to talk about with Digimon?
I mean, distribution aside, the game as a game, pretty great. And even then, they fix the distribution problems pretty well. Decks are cheap enough. People are having fun. That's an actual active tournament circuit that's actually supported by the team. Say, all right, they're doing everything right about now.
Yeah, I'll admit it. The Digimon team has supported this game, and even if they didn't support it, the community definitely has.
Yeah.
Which, you know, can't really build something with that, but we'll get to that later. We'll definitely get to that way later.
Yeah.
So yeah, Digimon, one of the top card games.
Yeah.
Flesh and Blood.
No.
Also doing well.
Oh. Yeah.
It's not the top, but it's definitely doing well. I think because Magic has also been Magic, like it's a system of like Magic is having like not a Blizzard moment, but definitely like it's definitely not what it once was. And so you have
every time Magic has a bad year, someone has to try to capitalize on it.
Yep, and this
Force
time
Will tried.
So
it's like the metal. If you ever listen to that song, the Tenacious D one.
No, I haven't.
Really?
No.
You gotta listen to the Tenacious D at some point.
Probably will. I've got to talk about my backlog games. My backlog of music is just as big.
I don't want to talk about my backlog of music. My music taste stopped like 2012, and there's all a bunch of mecha anime OPs and stuff afterwards.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like I think 2019, I forgot what year was that ReZero like originally came out. Like that year, I literally it was just anime OPs, which is all I knew.
Can't blame us. Anime OPs are pretty great.
Yeah, especially there's some bangers that year.
There's some bangers this year.
Yeah, there were.
Really good.
I'm mostly just like, man, I'm just like happy with the Aimer, songs that are just popping out. I'm like, yeah, I'm eating. As a fan, I'm eating. Let's go.
You gotta check out the Mutai King opening.
The what?
Mutai King, the dancing hero. Great OP. Also, you gotta follow bot. You should mod me at some point.
Give me just a second. Yeah, let's link that real quick. Yeah, I'll take care of it later. So next, that being said, I think Flesh and Blood has had a good year.
I mean, there's not much we can say about Flesh and Blood besides it's doing pretty well. Sales practices are still scummy, but it's doing well.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of like Flesh and Blood's like work, but definitely like
or the gameplay. Gameplay's like snooze fest here. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry, Flesh and Blood fans. You're getting this boring. You know it's boring. But you like it because it's boring. It reminds you of old Magic, how boring old Magic makes you feel. Because you're all a bunch of boomers. You know I'm right, Zex.
No comment. So, speaking of no comment, Caster Chronicles.
Fate's Unknown.
Fate Unknown. Y'all literally you did not go through you were so close to getting the Transformers thing of you haven't gotten the set in months, and they're just gonna randomly say, oh, by the way, that was the last set, bye. Like, to say, let me talk about that Transformers thing again, because I don't think I really talked about that. To say that the way the Transformers TCG died was nothing short of disrespectful. Like, imagine releasing a set, and then 3 months later, you say, "Oh wait, there are no more sets." Die.
You know what's funny about Caster Chronicles and its journey? It had to buy itself out from under Force Will because it saw Force Will was the sinking ship, and then after just being Japan only for like a few years now. They're now in the exact same position Force of Will currently is.
Ain't that some mish?
Force of Will is cursed.
It is.
And the next game we're talking about falls victim to the exact same curse Force of Will has.
Oh, yeah, the Final Fantasy TCG. I have no idea where to put them, honestly.
I've never heard someone. Their set's releasing. I've never seen anyone talk about
I think it just fits. I think because of the definition, I think it just fits an okay year. I guess it's just sliding by. I haven't really heard anything like negative or positive about it. It's just
the only negative I heard about it is how disjointed the game looks.
Oh yeah, the game doesn't look great in terms of like visual design, but
other than that, yeah, like no one actually says anything about it.
Yeah, because like I think just to them like the gameplay is just that good to them or whatnot. So you know that, and you know
it's just Magic the Gathering. It's another top Magic clone like Force of Will.
Yeah, and this time, unlike the other Magic clones, it can survive because Magic is in a weird spot. So Magic had like blown itself back up like at some point.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't see anything good happening with Magic. It's on a sliding scale of we're just gonna keep going because we keep making money, and if everyone else gets blown up underneath us for supporting us.
Yeah. See, okay, so we pretty much, I say that. Battle Spirits.
Doing well.
Doing well? Yeah, I guess it did well. It had the Eva collab, right?
Had the Eva collab, had like 2 Comrade collabs, had an Ultraman collab this year. I'm feasting right now on Battle Spirits stuff. It also sold Furyu from Bushiroad for the new game.
Yeah, see, if there's a game that's got all the collabs, it's definitely either Battle Spirits or.
Oh, they also announced a new Ultraman set for early 2022. I'm still eating.
Just eating like it's Thanksgiving, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely think Battle Spirits definitely.
We're gonna play Battle Spirits at some point.
Yeah, one day.
Just only play at some point.
One day.
You still owe me one, actually.
I still owe you the Gate Ruler, yeah.
And Battle Spirits. Remember the second bit.
I don't want to talk about that one. Using Slayer on delay base, that's crazy. I'm so salty about that.
Come on.
ZX, I can just put in okay. I don't think it's been. ZX has been okay.
There's only so much we can talk about ZX before we get TOS banned.
Yeah, just TLDR, ZX is okay. Don't look at the art in public. Like that. Like,
we don't know how courageous you are. Do it if we must. Do it if you want.
Let's just say
Can't
this.
Stop you.
Let me just say this right now. So, me and C were kind of joking about Blaze Blue being like a horny ass game. So, in Blaze Blue, in Central Fiction, you can go into the local files, and what you can do is find a giant art book. And in that art book is artwork from all 4 games. From all 4 like main titles of the Blaze Blue series up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
There is you know how Rachel looks. You remember what Rachel and Noelle look like?
Kinda, sorta, slightly.
Yeah, the lolly vampire rabbit. There's an image in the artwork which is her kind of dressed in like a, I guess like a wife beater kind of. eating strawberries with cream on them, which she's also covered in.
I see.
ZX is
you're just going to describe this?
ZX is cornier.
You're just going to describe this for the entire class. Alright.
See, because ZX is cornier than that. If it's above Blaze Blue tier with how horny it gets. So what we're gonna say is ZX had an okay year. Again, don't look at it in public. That's it. Hearthstone, rough year.
Yeah.
And we ain't even talking about the game. We just talking about Blizzard.
I mean, either or works. It's bad on all ends.
Yeah, it's just Jesus. Your company's trash, and like your game isn't like. I've heard like a lot of complaints about the current state of Hearthstone. Like it's actually crazy. Like I think like the only like thing about Hearthstone people like is the battlegrounds, but even then, people are like kind of like starting to lose like a lot of like niceness to it. They're not really like hopeful for it either.
See, the issue with what happened to Hearthstone is that they kind of got stuck, where they kept introducing from like set 1 onward all these effects that do random things, like a ton of RNG, and the game's already hit the point. Like, all right, this thing's just gonna play a ton of cards for free, completely random what cards those are. But you just gotta sit back and just see what happens. That's not fun gameplay for anyone.
Yeah, I've been playing Hearthstone before. It's like I played for like a couple times, like back in like 2015. I'm like, I'm good.
But I don't know what card I'm talking about. There's like a new like mage spell. That's like playing spells randomly up to the total cost of 20. I'm like,
what?
Oh no. Yeah.
What the hell? Why would they?
It just shoots out random spells until you hit a total cost of 20.
That's so janked. Yeah, Hearthstone's.
It's wait for those random spells to hit more random spells.
Yeah, Hearthstone's in a rough space, and it's not gonna get any better. At least not
No.
So that's unfortunate.
Like if Shadowverse was any more popular, Hearthstone would be going the way of Heroes of the Storm.
Oh jeez, I forgot. Runeterra too. Again,
Runeterra.
I put Runeterra
It's doing
okay
well.
here. I think Runeterra is okay. Let's just say that Runeterra is okay.
And the game we haven't mentioned here is probably just doing okay.
Yeah.
There we go. See, that works out.
Yeah, if your game wasn't on here, we'll just say it's okay unless like something really, really bad happened. If it did, please let us know. Write it down in the comments.
Yeah.
And we might talk about it on next show. So Build Divide, I think it's doing well for its first year out. Like you tell me, like it keeps selling lots and lots. They keep having to restock their trial decks.
Yeah. My gosh. Build Divide is doing kind of crazy. I think it's like 440, 50-ish players. I mean, not even players, just like people signed up for their first like Build Divide like mini convention for fans right about now. And they probably hit the max capacity like 500 already. I don't know. Give it a few days.
Yeah, I think
Even the tournament.
Anime is good.
We'll get to the anime soon.
So I think Build Divide is in prime to get a good second year off. So that's good. So we talked about Hearthstone earlier. We talked about like Legend of Runeterra. Shadowverse, I think, had an okay year. I think it did. I know it's people have it's kind of like between okay and rough, right? I say like it had a better year than Magic. I think it's like closer. I think it's rough only in terms of like I've heard like a bunch of like people like kind of
blame about the format.
Yeah, complain about the format and whatnot, about some issues. So I'd say it's rough. I think it's like the top of rough. I don't really have like a thing kind of like thing. I think we say like go this here. Probably this is pretty much the closest to what the games would look like if we were in order anyway. So conveniently did right. So yeah, it's cool.
That works out.
Yeah, so that's I think Show has a rough year, but not rough enough where like the game is unsalvageable. And he just has to have a good set and be good. Next, Pokemon, the top. I think probably like more than Digimon, just because Digimon is just not that popular of an IP, but even so, Pokemon literally started the whole TCG like surplus of 2021. Like, all that stuff was them. So
Pokemon's just the strongest media IP in the world. And it keeps that title.
Yeah, keeps that title. Just straight up. Like I'm looking at the remaining 6, and I'm gonna tell you right now, none of them are going to beat Pokemon or Digimon at this point for the rest of the year, unless something happens in the next 10 days.
Unless.
Yeah, I think just another thing is like Pokemon has a rotation system that works. They can still make money. You have a vintage like collector's thing. Like it has it on every forefront.
It's a super card game.
Not to mention you just release cards with their characters on it, and you just realize, oh yeah, Pokemon has very, very fun Pokemon, but then you also realize Pokemon also has very, very like well-liked characters on it, aka waifus. Yeah. Just release a Cynthia card, its price going up. They literally had a Marnie set.
I may or may not be contributing to the price of the Cynthia cards. I'm sorry, folks.
Like, there's a Marnie set that on the secondary market costs like $80, which is just
Pokemon pens.
Which is just Marnie sleeves, which is basically Marnie sleeves in a deck box. Like the Pokemon waifus are kind of like low-key underrated in terms of the conversation.
In terms of conversation, underrated. In terms of like actual effect,
yeah, I mean they all basically just like. It's like if they don't draw you cards, if they don't get you specific cards, like they ain't, which most 90% of them do, like you're one of the 5 cards that just ain't good. So yeah, most like Pokemon cards just have good effects. Not all of them are completely trash. There are obviously some that are just like, oh, here's like, pack filler, but even then.
Yeah, Pokemon does have a pack filler problem. That's it. That's the only negative I would give it.
Yep. But even then, it could be a pack filler Charizard. People still buy that stuff up.
Yep.
So, WeCross. Okay. It just finally got an English release, starting with the Divas Select.
And it's started technically with the Nichi-Sanji set. An interesting choice that opened up with a collab set at the very start of your US release.
Well, to be fair, the only reason why I say it's okay, not rough, is because one, I think Rick Sauce has been doing okay, and then The rough part to me is there was barely any like actual promotion for this game.
You wanna know why there's barely any promotion? I can tell you in like one sentence.
Yeah,
or actually, I'll just name I'll name 3 games on this tier list, all related to why we didn't get any promotion. Or I will name all 3 of them. Ready?
Yeah.
Force of Will, Gate Roller, Caster Chronicles. It's the same English distributor. Explains everything, doesn't it?
Yeah. Recross definitely. I think like Recross just gets off it because it's a well-known IP already in Japan and they took their time and they released it so late in the year. It's like I can't say it's a rough year. I think they released it so late. It's like you can't say it's a rough year. I think it's just an okay year.
Plus, I mean, they're put in a weird spot for Takara Tomy when it comes to Weiss.
Yeah, I think
their only other main company they work with for TCGs is unfortunately Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast. So I'm pretty sure if the option was Force of Will Co. or Wizards of the Coast releasing a game like Weiss, they chose the lesser of 2 evils.
TCGs are pain.
Yeah.
TCGs are pain.
Oh,
why did I start doing this? This was a mistake.
I'm glad you admit it.
Speaking of mistakes, Yugioh!
Oh man, going straight to rough here.
You put it in rough?
Yeah, what would you put it?
I'd say, Okay, let's actually talk about this real quick. Why would you put it under rough?
I mean, we've had a bunch of really mediocre reprint sets. We're seeing a wave of like degenerate fusion things between Dragoon, Detroit Phoenix Enforcer. We're seeing like, I don't know, some singularity in generic support cards being yikes. Prices are still kind of out of control-ish.
Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. Plus, I don't think these sets are really been there. Yeah, I'd say it'd be rough here. I think it's better than Shadowverse, but like, yeah, you sold me. It had a rough year. That doesn't mean it was a bad year completely. I think it's just like, in terms of sales, like I think they still sold money. But definitely when you realize, like, yeah, no, this game was on the struggle.
Like what? I'm trying to do that. Yeah, maybe like 3 new archetypes that maybe made a splash here in all 2021.
And one of those archetypes needs a structure deck to fix them again.
Right.
So I do feel like that Albat structure is going
to. And one of them is Sword Soul, which is probably the most boring deck in the game at this point, in terms of like actually competitive and, you know.
So yeah, I put you. Yeah, you get rough is okay. Gate Ruler.
Oh man, these last 4. My God, these last 4.
Yeah, these last 4 are gonna be something.
Try to realm it.
So we're gonna start with Gate Ruler. We're putting it in Fate Unknown. And this is how bad it is. This is when we talk about Gate Ruler. Hold on, let me first. When we talk about Gate Ruler being in Fate Unknown, the fact I'm putting it right, I'm putting it underneath Force of Will. think about that. The fact that Gate Ruler probably had arguably like 3 pretty good sets, I'd say. Like, I don't think anyone's really complained about. I think people complain about set 2 gameplay, but like set 3 gameplay so far, like everyone's like really enjoyed. From what I've heard,
it's like a different game.
Yeah, but the fact that it had 2 out of like 3 good sets in its opening year, and I still cannot confidently say it'll make it past 2022, more than force of will, should tell you about the state of the game, independent of the actual gameplay.
We've said this several times now. We can do an actual episode entirely on Gate Ruler.
We did an episode on Gate Ruler. We can still do an episode on Gate Ruler, thanks to thanks to what's his name? A comment got trash. I don't know.
Right. Okay. Anyway.
Alice no chance.
Alice no game. Right. That game got ratioed immediately on announcement. I've never seen that before. Actual insta drop. Like, imagine. So I'm Kickstarter. Alright, it's a new TCG project, right? Everyone's like Kickstarter these TCGs, crowdfunding, and 10 minutes later, hey, wait a second. Ikeda might be involved in this, and all of Japan starts ripping the game apart.
Like, can we see gameplay first?
It's all along Ikeda's bullshit.
On that site, like, it didn't even show any gameplay or any card design or nothing.
Yeah, it's a lot like what happened when Gate Ruler was first revealed.
It's like, I just want to like, can we see the game first before you want to like, so especially if it's like someone we don't like or we believe is not there.
Right. And arguably, Gate Ruler Set 3 only worked out so well. It's because they brought in a brand new design team.
Supposedly.
No, we don't brought in a new design team.
Issues, like, we don't even know if they were still working. Are they still working? I don't know. That's a big question.
Their Twitter came. They gained the ability to repost on their Twitter recently, so that's something.
Okay.
Like 2 or 3 days ago, they were finally able to start posting on Twitter again. It's sad you have to say that, right? It's not like big news or anything. They're just finally able to post the small news and repost again. God. It really depresses me. Let's move on to chaotic. Specs.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, so real quick thing about why we have chaotic on here and gone. It's like, well, technically, here's what happened. Chaotic got an announcement. Chaotic got an announcement that it was actually supposed to be like being rebooted or restarted.
Like, we're back in 2019, if I remember correctly.
2019. We still haven't heard anything in 2020 or 2021. Well, we got something in 2020. But we haven't heard anything in 2021. So, I'm just putting this in the Fate Unknown. I don't think this game's actually gonna come. I'm calling it now. I just don't think this game's coming out.
Yeah. Well, let's do us like this service in chaotic and be technical. It's in the Shadow Realm. It's trying to get out of the Shadow Realm.
Well, I'll put it like right here, like very at the tail end, because I think it's like the last game to be in Fate Unknown. So yeah, I'm pretty sure chaotic is not making it to 2022. If it does and it comes out, it better be worth it.
the news we got about it even before these delays did not sound good. Let's be honest.
Yeah. So I'm trying
Like, even
so
if it
hard
does
to not
come out, do we want it?
That's another good point.
Like, do we want it even after it comes out?
The market's so saturated, it has to. I don't. The thing is, they want to continue from where they left off, so that they can like do what they did. It's like, hey, you still have your cards and your things back, but it's like that's a lot of info to pull up and then keep.
Right.
So it's like, there's no way you can do that. You have to just reboot the game. In fact, you need to at this point. You can't continue from that.
There's also the other issue with chaotic fundamentally. That's probably gonna do it way more. It's a product of the pre-Hearthstone era of card games, as far as digital stuff goes. Like, I don't think it's gonna make near the same impact that it did like when it first came out.
I just don't have any faith that they have the idea. They're gonna execute on the idea.
Right. Oh man, we should have put Bakugan here.
Bakugan's not a card game.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Okay, even if Bakugan was on here, I'd maybe put it in the Shadow Realm. It's not dead, but it might as well be. That it's in the gulag. They have failed this game massively.
It'll come back, don't worry. I'm sure in like another 5 years.
Origin Saga Shadow Realm, it died this year in January. Despite only living for only 6 months. And tried to revive itself by using loot boxes. And I'm not talking about well, you mean like sealed products? I mean, no, like Overwatch loot boxes.
I'm sorry. The correct term you're looking for is loot crate.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say surprise mechanics.
So put on some mechanics luck too. Oh no, what the? No.
You don't remember the surprise mechanics thing?
I remember.
Bruh.
I'm wondering when my Irish accent came out of nowhere. I'm like, wait a minute.
I don't know. Zeno the Blind Stone. just out of nowhere. I don't know. So, yeah, Artist Talk is dead. It was not good. It not good. It just failed miserably, and ARG just wasted all their. ARG thought this game was gonna fly so hard they cut down the Circuit series. You know, the Circuit series that was so important and popular for the world and everything, for like the West.
You know. Mhm.
They cut off every game to promote Argent Saga, only for it to die barely 8 months later. Right? I'd argue it had a fate of COVID hit it. But
it had Tier 0 deck set 1 and an infinite loop set 2. Or was it the flip side?
Yeah.
One of the two.
Two of the worst things you can have in a TCG set 1 2
out the bag.
Happen out the bag. But so did at a certain point. Oh no, I was gonna say Yuga did, but like no, Yuga didn't even have that. But what I'm trying to say is like, it's basically like, yeah, you had a bunch of fundamental issues. Then COVID hit.
Wasn't this also a card game that put Robbie Cole in as a card?
We're not talking about that.
No. I think it's part some mention that's contributed why this game died.
No, it was just a fun. It was like a Kickstarter thing. It was like you just get a good alternate art or something else. I don't know what it was.
I'm gonna get a good lesson here. that's not just card game related, but for any media project that gets kickstarted, I'm gonna give all of you one lesson. All right, one: never, ever, for any reason, have any reward tier that gets a backer into the project, even as a cameo. Never. Just don't do it.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay.
It's just I've never seen it work well for anyone. Press-wise, game-wise, writing-wise.
So, there's only one game left.
Rough year. Hell, Beta Net also works out.
This is gonna be hard because we have the most knowledge of this game specifically, and we gotta put into account the three formats.
Yeah.
The entire year.
I mean,
so
this is a tough one.
You know what? I'm gonna rip the band-aid off, and then we're gonna talk about it because this is the biggest one. Vanguard, roughest year in the entire franchise. No contest.
Yep.
It was turning into a good, doing well, okay year. And then everything went downhill so fast. So let's talk about this.
The year started with V Collection, and it was good.
Yes, V Collection was really good. Heck, people say that
Yeah,
helped save like V Premium. That was like a good step to getting V Premium off the ground and being good.
Right, and then the issue is, like what also kind of sort of went with G. Vanguard tends to leave eras after a low note on a really high note, and he throws it away.
Now, thankfully, they didn't actually throw this one away because they
right. It's in maintenance mode.
Yeah, so it was like, you know, V was okay. Then we had the overdress thing, which we had new anime, new characters.
Oh, let's touch on overdress last.
Okay, so I think if we just look at V as this year, good. I think V has been pretty good for the most part. I think
very few changes.
I think the only issue has been like prisms, but I think like besides that, I think V's been good. So I think that V alone would be probably like an okay year. But we got the other two formats. And you said we're gonna leave overdress for last, so we have to talk about premium.
Ooh, premium.
Premium would have put. If premium was the only Vanguard format, we would have been the Shadow Realm. Like, it was just that much of a mess for so long. And I hate that. It's like, no one wanted to play premium.
It said premium out the pasture.
Yeah, it was like, premium.
And they should have gotten away with it.
What did you say?
They should have gotten away with it. All we needed was V and Sender. That's all we needed. I'm saying this all entirely despite Solemn. I'm sorry. If there's anything, if there's any takeaway here, I want Premium dead just despite Solemn.
Dang. Just really gonna say that. Yeah. I mean, premium by all intents and purposes. The fact that premium managed to escape certain death is nothing short of a miracle.
Yeah.
Because of because
it also makes you wonder.
Makes you wonder what?
That premium was arguably fixed by the team who had absolutely zero involvement in premium up until that moment.
I think it was also just the hilarious thing. Like, I think everyone kind of came to the realization of, yeah, no, premium. How do I say this? Premium was basically based off the West. They literally said it. Like, Japan basically like gave up on premium.
We've seen the decks Japan plays with premium. They're just having fun. They're just having fun with it.
Yeah, but it's like
it's almost admirable.
Yeah, it's almost admirable. But like competitively, they did not give a singular crap. Their meta was basically completely different, only because they have a different mindset.
They cared so little. They were just topping with vanilla beatdown.
I mean, to be fair, vanilla beatdown was still the best deck in the format.
I'm talking about vanilla beatdown Kagero. Not with the Zarthan engine. But Kagero beatdown using mostly vanillas.
Okay. So, anyway. Yeah, what happened was it is simply just premium got a big list that was basically just like based off what the English program was doing. That's basically what happened. So it basically was like the West saved premium, not Bushiroad. The West did, not Japan, who is forefront. The West did. The West got premium into a stable state so that they can know that they can take care of the rest of it later. I don't know about you, but I don't think that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing because like now it's like, hey, you didn't forget us. But I think it's a bad thing because Japan cares so little for a format that they couldn't just like focus on Japan anymore. Wait.
Yeah.
No. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is it's a bad thing because Japan did not care. They did not care about their game enough to like help fix it. So they had to go to the place that actually did care to actually get some help, which was not Japan. And now I saw things like Japan. I remember that post by Trailblazer Vanguard about being kind of being salty about the fact that they even did that in the first place.
Yeah.
So, excuse me for saying they didn't care. Y'all didn't care.
Yeah.
So don't be sad when we're doing your job. Like, where's that picture of SpongeBob just like pointing at Squidward? Like, it's your job. You didn't do it. You need to do your job to do. Just basically, that's entirely what I feel like when it comes to like Japan and premium. It's like y'all didn't do the work to fix things.
I mean, Japan's interesting when it comes to card games for one reason only. I think it's actually conflicted. It's interesting how they feel about premium compared to how they feel about other card games. Because they're fine with eternal formats, and they're fine with rotation. Japan will just play the most recent things, and if someone tells them to move on, they do, right? Like, they'll just move on. The issue is the West. They're flea sticklers for things.
want to have everything accessible. We are greedy like that. The West is definitely greedy. I'll admit that.
Yeah.
So it's definitely this. So that's premium. That's V. Let's talk about overdress.
Oh, overdress.
We're not gonna talk about the anime yet. I think we're gonna.
You could have had it all.
Rolling in the copyright infringement. But no. Set 1 of overdress was really, really like impressive, and how much like so many people wanted it.
All right.
Set 2 and 3. No, actually, the issue comes literally after set 1, because you have almost no releases since then. You have Festival Collection, and then when the 3, you only have like Festival Collection, and then you get to set 2, like 3 months later. Then another 3 months of nothing.
Yep.
And then you have set 3 get delayed over and over.
Oh, that's fun.
And then you have Lyrical Monsterio, which brings out basically like super brawlers, which brings out brawlers, basically like brawlers in waifu form, and a cat deck that can multi-attack, and gain crits, and get some more strict, that just did it all, and has another Ellie-like card. It's like, good God, oh my God, why they just keep giving, Bermuda Triangle all these gosh dang defensive options, while the main 5 can't even get a crumb.
The main 5 don't need it, alright?
What are you talking about? That's the biggest problem. The issue is the realization of the 5K grade 1s was a mistake to turn down.
No. You don't understand. You're not understanding Bushi's thought process here.
Then explain.
You don't need to, it's all about tournament time. They just need to drink.
Zeno, stop. I'm gonna stop you right there. You know what they made? They made Gavril. They also then gave, in this next collection, Raggrel and the rest of the Celestials. Angel Feather exists. Luord exists. Game time means literally nothing to them until overdress. Game time doesn't mean anything. If it was game time, then they'd either like give us more. What do you mean game time? They have 45-minute rounds.
Have you seen all the Vanguard players play?
That's not on game time. The game should be over. The game should be over. There is no game time issue.
They are accounting for the intelligence of their player base.
That's cap.
Fine. There's another reason why they started reducing the shield values for G1 for grade 1s and trigger and heal triggers. All right.
If you're gonna say they're gonna sell back to you on different cards, don't.
That was reason number 3.
Then what's
reason number 2 is they're trying to even out card economy. In some harebrained scheme to make it so grade 1s and grade 2s are worth the same, because we have Riot Deck now. And you don't need to worry as hard about your grade 1 and grade 2 ratios.
Arceus, help me.
Yeah, grade 1s and grade 2s, they matter the same now. They literally matter the same.
You also know that they also made a deck that literally only runs grade 3s. They made a deck that runs 16 orders. They made a deck that is based on having a bunch of orders in drop zone. The shield value honestly means more now than ever.
Yes.
So
Shield value means so much more now.
And there's so much
grade
more
1s and grade 2s.
Did you not see the fact that Bruce has a multi-attack and has the ability to give, that has 3 orders that basically gives the front row multiple like stages of power.
We need to ban Bruce, is all I'm saying.
Then you add in the over triggers, which I wanted to give them a fair shake. I really did. But they aren't good for the game. I was like, oh, well, they're probably okay in premium. And then I saw Proof literally, like, just lose his entire turn. And then die. Because his deck literally got hit by RNG.
Look, we've seen enough of the Vanguard anime. The winner in Vanguard isn't the better player. It's who wants it more. And the triggers are the result of it. The other guys clearly need to win more. I'm sorry, Proof. The other person just wanted to win more than you did.
You gonna tell him that after we get done with the podcast?
What happens on this podcast stays on this podcast.
Thought so. Remember, I'm the one who's editing.
Right. Look, at some point you have to make a compilation of everything I've said about every content creator this season.
No, I'm not going that far yet. That being said, next, so yeah, the issue is English had no sets to play, and so we're watching Japanese sets get all these collab boosters, which should shake up the meta, except all these sets wanted booty, and that one's Monster Strike. Okay, that's not fair. Shaman King also did get some results.
Shaman King is weird.
But Tokamamba was butt cheeks. It took
like
a while for
the
people to finally
King
understand what they need to do with a Monster Strike, and Shaman King only is really there because like it can just like pop off real much faster than most.
Like Shaman King took like an entire set before it started, like a set in between before it started topping, which is super weird. Like it didn't get the boost a lot of decks get on release, where it starts like topping and things. No. This thing needed prep time for a basic Vanguard Recenter deck to start getting first place wins. How the hell?
It's just weird. But yeah, English was in limbo, and JP kind of like was like, no, these sets aren't really selling well. So it's like, you know, and then set 3 is probably one of the worst Vanguard sets, arguably of all time. Like you look at TCG player things, and it's like they're the biggest like high rarity card is like $30 for an SP, not including the DSRs, because like those are like 200 or so. Which by the way, if y'all got that Tamari DSR for like a cut, I mean not Tamari, the Mega Me DSR for like a cut price, I'll get you. Let me know.
You know what gets me? I think I know what their mistake was with overdress. They had a really nice design philosophy on paper, without handling support. On paper, that was a smart idea. The issue is, it works way better for every other game that's not Vanguard. Like, Vanguard's like, we're gonna stop doing monthly main set release, run these side sets and things, and blah 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 blah. Every other card, like a ton of other card games do that monthly thing, right? But they just spam sets every month. Vanguard's the only one that gets flack for it. Only game, except for Magic in 2021, I guess, that gets actual flack for monthly releases. And once they stop doing that in the end, we have these content goals, which only make us see even more holes until the game is played. Because there's no, like, constant honeymoon period. There's actual breather time where people are going, wait a minute, this shit sucks. It's kind of we're kind of screwed here. I guess that's my tangent there. Yeah.
I need to just straight up say, like, yeah, no. Vanguard had a rough year. It started off good and then just fizzled out tremendously. Hopefully 2022 is actually good, right? Actually, hold on, let me like reschedule this. It's definitely gonna be better than Hearthstone. I don't know why this is better than that. So yeah, this is the tier list of the top games. Pokemon and Digimon. Doing well, Flesh and Blood, White Shorts, Rebirth for You, Battle Spirits Build Divide. Okay year, Dragon Ball Super, Final Fantasy TCG, Z Millions X, Wicross. Rough year, Yugioh, Shadowverse, Magic the Gathering, Vanguard, and Hearthstone. Fates Unknown, Force of Will, Gate Ruler, Castle Chronicles, Chaotic, and the Shadow Realm, Xenazar and Arnisorel, for being the only 2 games to die in the pandemic. So yeah.
I just realized something about this tier list.
What?
The Force of Will Code trio are all next to each other in the same tier. Well, it kind of works out. And that's depressing.
Alright, so we're gonna take a short break again.
Oh god, we're already at the 3-hour mark.
Yeah, we're gonna take a short break. Well, I think because like some of the Yugioh stuff, I think we're gonna cut some of that out. So that it'll still be 3 hours, but I think it'll just be less than like what we're about to go through because we still have to get through the anime. So we're gonna take a short break, get some water, and then come back to complete the storylines of Build Divide and overdress for 2021. Well, at least for us.
We'll also be showing some NFTs as well at the end.
No, we won't. We'll be right, and we are. And we are back.
We are back. Yep.
So, while we were gone, we finally got the update from YG Organization on the Master Duel info. So we're gonna go over that real quick before we talk about the anime. So first off, we didn't get a release date. So here's the first thing we touched on earlier. You can carry over your data across multiple devices. So you have save and cross promotion. I need to put this in places that definitely need it. So that's one thing. So you have this first system called Duel. So first off, we have we have the dual choice. As reported previously, events and tournaments will be held using a variety of regulations, most likely meaning forbidden limited lists, but perhaps other limitations. The top room with the rabbit logo reads standard, and the one below, dual room, can be used. Aim to be the #1 player in the world using your most favorable regulation.
You seem to be counting off slightly. I don't know if that's me or something else.
What? What was that? Sorry.
You seem to be cutting off a bit.
Oh, hold on, let me see. It probably just be Discord acting up.
Yeah.
Probably is fine on my recording, hopefully. If not, oh well.
Whatever.
So, next we have deck. By using connection with the card database, you can check the deck recipes from duelists from all over the world. So this is the image of the actual like how the deck screen kind of looks. Kind of a bit generic to me, but like all the other games have had like such like cool flair, so it's like this kind of being like generic-ish is kind of like let's see. So you have that. As previously reported, you can draw initial 5 card hands of your deck, and the second pick shows that you can keep drawing the next card over and over, pressing the +1 bottom of the bottom right. So, okay, so this is what it is. It's actually a test hand system. So you can test your hand and then like draw based on what you need, what you're like kind of. So you have a testing hand system. So that's something. You can dismantle and craft cards. You have a crafting system. The value on the left side is how many cards are being dismantled, and the one in the right, how many copies the player will have left. The 70 to 100 value system is a system of points. In this case, for super rare cards, increases to 100 after the dismantling. At the top, you can see there are values for commons, rares, and ultra rares as well. And then this is the card creation screen. The super rare copy of Twin Twister is being created using the super rare points that were previously increased by dismantling super rare copies of Pile of Desires. The values are +10 while dismantling and -30 to craft, so we need 3 super rare cards to craft 1 new one, assuming they all cost the same when the game releases.
Those ratios are actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad actually. 3 for 1.
Yeah, it's better than the normal going rate of like 3.5.
Still better than regular Duel Links, and definitely better than Vanguard Zero. So that's already a step up.
And well,
the question is,
a lot of things are better than Vanguard Zero.
Yeah. All right. So an important note is the warning at the top. It talks about how this crafting in particular will create a basic design. Then it mentions that there's a chance that you may get a different design. What we're translating as design here can potentially mean that the card foiling that it has in-game, but we have no further information, so this could very well mean something else entirely. The way it reads right now is that you could randomly get an even cooler looking card.
I understand about 75% what you were saying.
Basically, I think what they just said is it could mean like there's like different like foilings like in Duel Links where you have. Oh wow, I actually am kind of cutting off hard. What is going on there? That's weird. Hold on, let me disconnect from the call and come right back.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of hard. Alright. Let's see if this actually keeps on going for a while, because that's very odd that it just kind of cut out for you like that hard.
Yeah, it's awkward.
Yeah, so basically what they're saying is like you know how like they have like prismatics and then like glossy and like Duel Links. It could be like it's like that where it's like you have prismatics and glossies, or you could have like alternate arts. So that's an interesting thing to look forward to next. Next is solo play. As mentioned earlier, there is a solo mode with stories based on the card illustrations, which doubles as a tutorial. This also confirms that by clearing some of them, you can tame some cards, in this case a Monarch structure deck. Next is the shop. The screen shows how you can purchase master packs. The menu reads detailed information, rates for how hard it is to pull each card, forbidden limited list, cards included in the pack. One pack can be purchased for 100 gems, 10 packs can be purchased for 1,000. If 10 packs are purchased, you are guaranteed to get 1 SR or higher. This pack contains 8 cards. These ones may only be for this particular pack. There are many different card packs. Note the keys popping up on top of the SR and Ultra cards. So yeah, there are keys right up here. Don't know what that means. New card packs can be unlocked depending on certain cards you pull. The pictures on the right margin are secret packs. So I think like right here, maybe, yeah.
Yep, you got a gotcha for your gotcha.
Yeah, field, slaves, icons, and mates can also be purchased at the store by apparently some currency. So you can probably even purchase a Dark Magician like mate. And like the icon, sleeves. Yeah, and that's kind of all the information. That's all the information. So
no release date yet, but we do know it is going to be monetized.
Yep, it's going to be monetized. So that's something. I mean, we all knew it was going to be monetized. I think just like...
Oh yeah, we all knew.
I just want to know how hard was the monetization going to be. But the fact that there's a crafting system already is like, that's so much better. Now just how easy or hard it is to get money.
I mean, I think, yeah, that's going to be the hard one.
And I still know where you heard, like, this is free to play, so... At least I don't remember it, I mean, but it's something. So
it's kind of obvious.
I know it's kind of obvious, but, you know, sometimes they could just, like get off.
They're not going to charge. They're not going to charge. I think they've learned their lesson from the first 3 iterations of Yu-Gi-Oh! Online.
I hope so. Okay. So, yeah, that's our update on Master Duel News. I'll be back real quick, and then we'll actually start anime stuff. We have 2 more minutes. Sorry. Okay, and we are back again. Sorry. So it's time to talk some anime. So we're gonna start with okay, give me I need this water quick. Sorry, mouth is dry. Alright, so we're gonna start with Build Divide. I mean, not Build Divide. We're gonna start with overdress this time because I feel like we need some more time for Build Divide, and there's not much with overdress so far, so
I think it requires some actual discussion.
Yeah, so the thing with overdress is we had episodes, where's my list, 22 and 23, which was Yugioh versus I forgot the kid's name, the Greedon kid, Shinobu. Yugioh versus Shinobu. And then we had episode 23, which was Tamari versus Masanori. So let's talk about Yugioh versus Shinobu first, because
it came first. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll go first. This is like the first like legitimately like hard meh episode, and it wasn't like because the fight was like bad in like an intentional way, right? So because like they literally just point out, it's like, why isn't he like actually just like doing this? Like, because he just does not care. He just just keep swinging and swinging. It's more so
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they want to do with Yu. I'm still like lost on like what they're trying to do with Yu with the whole. Oh, I see Trickstar. I see Nirvana. And all that. It feels like they want to do the Psycholia thing, but it just ain't hitting the same.
I have a theory for what they're trying to do with Yu.
Alright, go ahead.
But I don't know. This episode was like building on two separate routes. One, we have the Psycholia route here, right? Like you explained it. And then two, based on like that storybook they were reading during the episode, and like his own like thoughts on like losing or whatnot, they're trying to build some kind of serious route or direction for his character to take. How much he despises losing, and the whole king parallels to like some need for power, and like the lack of peace being an option. It seems like they're trying to lean towards something going on with this arc. That's probably becoming the leader of whatever their group was called. I complete blackout. There we go. I mean, I doubt they're gonna do anything with it. I don't know. If they do something with it, cool. I don't trust the writing team to know what they're actually doing with this character.
I actually would have trusted them before episode 21. Because I'm like, you know, y'all actually are starting to work on this. So like, I can think and see where you're going. I'm trying to trust you. And in 21, then we started this whole like tournament arc.
I feel like the issue is they haven't done a lot of anything with Yu, which is why I don't trust them. They haven't shown any care for his character for the most part up until now.
I agree. It's like, yeah, you haven't really done much with him. But I still like, because of the way season 2 is going, it's like I can still trust you a little bit to like get this right? Because you would actually have written a pretty good section in season 2. Like, a lot of the stretch and fire, I can trust you. But knowing that Kadani, my fear had come true, and that Kadani, I won't say ruined it, but he definitely like, his changes may have messed up the story a little bit more, because now they had to spend more time on these fights and not the character stuff that was actually getting interesting.
Yeah. I know. I feel like that's the worst way to go about this kind of arc, but also the only way to have gone to this arc with the time they had left.
I suppose it's just, you know, there definitely have been some criticisms with this arc about the fact that it feels like there's not really been a back and forth so far. Like, outside of the one dude, like Daybreak has just gone on without losing a single game.
They're probably only gonna start losing people next episode.
Yeah, I say this, like, if Daybreak really just comes in and just like really just like stomps them, that's gonna be bad. Cause that's like, there's no way you get through Donji, Mirai, Shinobu, Masanori, and Haruka all unscathed.
Right.
Like, that's just literally impossible.
Like, I'm calling it now. Donji's probably clapping Megumi and Tamari.
Well, Tamari is unconscious.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so he be
I guess
clapping
Megumi just has to get a
because so he be clapping Megumi, which she wouldn't mind. There's my going to jail moment. So yeah, I really No, just the episode wasn't really eventful. Like
Anything.
I
It
said
was
before,
filler.
there's nothing they could do with Shinobu's character that would make them be like, oh, hey, like, focus on Shinobu. Like, here's this
I
tragic
like how
character.
they
Like,
didn't even bother.
yeah, that's what I said. They didn't even try. They chose not to. They said,
No. We don't have time for this.
It's like,
You don't want it either.
It's like, let's keep this a buck. Y'all don't care.
No.
We don't care either.
It's
Anyway.
It's two characters we don't care about and you don't care about. Let's them to fight each other.
Here's a character we want you to care about, and here's a character we don't care about.
At least they're honest.
Oh dang, that didn't work. Okay. So it really is like, the episode was okay. I gave it like a 6.
Yeah, 6 sounds about right.
So now next episode, episode 23, which was Tamari versus Masanori. I don't know if it was because last episode was so like aggressively mediocre, or that just Tamari and Masanori just like actually like played off each other like exceptionally well. But this was probably like, the best like fight.
It was honestly the most Vanguard episode of over. Like, this is the most Vanguard overdress has been, like hands down.
Yeah, because it's just like it does what one of the great Vanguard episodes do, which is it sets the tone. It has a fight. You understand what's going on with the fight. You get the actual personality of the characters. You get something about the characters you didn't really know before, and like you mix the characterization and the backstory with the fight perfectly. And like that's what I say. Like this is one of those things where like as a fight episode, this is probably one of the best. This is the best fight episode for overdress. This is, I think, top 2. I guess. Sorry, I think top 2. Yeah, top 2. Top 2.
This
top
was
3.
It was a Kote versus Kai of overdress.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. It's something like you just remembered.
It's like, alright, here's the one-time reaction reflects the fact that yes, we can actually write and script fights well. No, we are not gonna be this detailed moving further on. Deal with it. There's that moment for overdress. See, we can put in effort. We can focus more on the fights. We choose not to. It's not because we're incapable of doing so.
I think it's very interesting that Tamari's like, yeah, no, I'll take the hit here to like save you energy so that you can go fight Donji. Because let's be honest, you're the only one who probably can.
Right.
It's like everyone knows straight like Yu is going to get clapped. Megumi's going to get clapped. We need Toya there. If you somehow get dropped by Masanori here, we'd be screwed.
It's over.
So, you know, that was actually kind of a neat detail. And this is like one of those episodes where like I get Tamari being like the kind of like the Rin, the Masaki, you know, the waifu that everyone's like, okay, not the Rin. I guess you can say what was like she's like the Kumi, she's like the Masaki, right? The waifu that in a era where it's like universally is just like well received and well loved.
Right.
Like I could actually see why she would be like in that type of mantle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because up before this, I really just kind of didn't. She just kind of really felt annoying to me. But it was like, I think this was because like she just talked and talked and talked, but there was no real action going on. And so her actually like having a moment, like she didn't have a moment, and then she got it. And I'm like, yeah, this is what I want. I want more of these moments where like the characters are doing their personality. They're likable. They're likable on screen. They're enjoyable. Give me more of that, please. Keep giving me more season 3.
I mean, I was fine with Tamari's character before this. They were trying to do the. I mean, she's the mentor character, right? But, you know, fun. It's so serious. And called you a cug. Pretty good mentor character. You remember that one line from earlier in the season?
Oh.
Yugioh, you're the type of guy.
Oh my god. I forgot about that.
That's a freaking great line. It just came out of nowhere. He just was going, is this an insult or foreshadowing?
Yes.
They almost bombed her as a character. She's the only energetic part of the cast.
So overall, that episode was really good. Kind of got a lot more into Masanori. His kind of like motivations of just being like, you know, being a monk was just too boring. And I saw in Toya.
See, Masanori's an interesting character.
He is.
Oh, and he's a card game villain in a normal setting. Like, he's just outright a Yu-Gi-Oh villain. That too. I don't know how much I believe the monk story. Still. Something seems off.
I don't know. I kind of believe it more now. Because he was watching Toya, like, you know, kind of deal with his grandmother and her passing. So he knew. So it does explain why he came straight to him.
Right. But then there's also the stuff with him almost certainly being Mirei's fiance and being from a major family household and still having all this time to someone be the agent of chaos for years on end. And want to squeeze being an actual Buddhist monk behind it. I mean, some not Buddhist monks specifically, but like some form of being a monk in as well. I don't know. It's a lot. A fun character.
So I think that's pretty much it.
There's like not much to say for this arc of Vanguard, like at all.
Yeah, not right now. I think the final episodes will have more.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I'm worried about the execution of the final one. Because I mean, we know what it's going to be. until the end. That's making me kind of worried. It's like, I don't know.
Ain't no way. Did Jake Paul really knocked out Tyson Woodley?
Would you like to introduce this tangent to the rest of the class?
Sorry, I'm just reading Twitter. He just really knocked out Tyson Woodley. Oh my god. That's just throw this in the trash. Anyway, yeah, I'd say I give this like an 8. I give this episode an 8.
Sounds about right, actually. It's a pretty good episode.
The question now is like, how does the final like 2 episodes go? In fact, I've actually been thinking about. I was like, what we could do is just actually have a reaction stream to the final episode.
Maybe. I mean, depends on my schedule.
Yeah. If not, I'm just doing myself. Right. I'm just gonna do it regardless. I just have to like.
Right. Understandable.
Yeah, because I'm like, this episode matters so much to how season 3 could go, and like how the story goes from here. I need to see what happens with my own eyes and have actual visual things. So that's it.
So I just feel that Megumi's about to lose off screen in 1 or 2 episodes.
What I do know is I'm probably just gonna do a Build Divide review on that final episode. I don't know if you'll probably be like at work then, so
I'll figure something out.
Yeah, so like I was thinking to do a reaction to that one, but I think Aniplex would be much harder to deal with than Bushiroad.
Yeah. Aniplex will go after you.
So, okay, now we got overdress out the way. Time for Build Divide to basically come in at the 11th hour and say, "Oh, you had a good episode. That's cute."
we're just swinging haymaker sound left and right. I'm so like, all right.
So, I'm gonna let you talk about episode 10 while I finish this up real quick.
All right. So, episode 10. We start off with, I mean, not really start off, but it's the big dramatic clash between Sakura and Kika. Actually wasn't built up that much, actually, surprisingly. Well, not that much. But the impact of it is pretty out there. Like, they probably spent all of their money on this episode. Because, my god, it was great looking. I mean, some were good direction. Oh, no. Good Mike's coming out swinging. Great fight. Tons of emotion. I can't believe how it ended. Character's actually a character.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Yeah. Raises a lot of questions about how this setting works. Already. There's a... Woo. I do like the visuals. Like, especially with the whole assault territory mechanic. That added to the dynamics of the fight. And just like visually.
It was just a really good episode. It seems like within these past episodes, like most of my most if not all, almost all of my issues with Naruto have been like taken care of, so that's good. I think what made me says like, dang, Sakura really got absorbed back, and then literally the episode later, Shirori ain't even real. So I'm like, dang, all my waifus are either trash or gone, or not even real.
Man. I mean, if we want to believe the random Italian plumber guy, they are real, but also not real. What is real? What isn't? Why is Kyoto an island?
I don't know. Okay, so I think episode 11 has a lot more to talk about. 10, so we can just like
I don't know. That raises an interesting question.
It's like, what is it? Is it what would we give this episode? Episode 10.
Easy 9. Easiest 9, 9.5 in my life. Only because I don't give out 10s.
I give this like an 8, 9. I'll give this 8.5 actually. Let's do it 8.5.
I'm gonna say something about episode 10 really quick.
Okay.
Do I bring out my banjo or not? For Sakura and Teruto. My banjo is kind of confused here. My banjo. No. But she's a part of Kika. But Teruto said she's her own person now. Wait, but Virtual World, episode 11, banjo. Pain. Anyway, episode 11.
Alright, episode 11, aka here's all the info you already guessed, but now we're just explaining it. So it turns out Neo Kyoto is the simulation we all thought. We don't know why or for what reason.
I mean, we kind of do. Kind of slightly. Okay, we can infer a lot. There we go.
But what we do know is that the whole build divide is magic thing is in fact real.
Yeah.
And so what has happened is they put everybody in I guess not in the world, but definitely in Neo Kyoto, inside the virtual world, and they've come to think of build divine magic is so real that the king, like I guess the king was a power source. If you're the king, or you are strong enough to be, if you have a higher aptitude than the king, regardless of whether you win or lose, you are now considered the next king. And
you're just screwed either way.
Yeah, you're sitting next king, and your wish is a lie.
Except,
so
interestingly enough, there was a loophole here.
Yeah, there was a loophole. Naruto, I think, used his wish just to get out.
Yeah.
He used his wish to get out, which means that the old king was still just there. Mm-hmm. However, because Kika was also looking for Teruto, upon realizing that he was fighting the king, She goes to fight the king and beats him.
Wins.
And doesn't realize it and becomes the new king because the wish was to find Teruto. And the only way you're going to get Teruto is if he comes find you.
Yeah.
So it's this feedback loop of his issues in the past, you know, his mess up in the past, effectively led Kika to her own death.
Yep.
And we say death because it's pretty sure that, like, she is not surviving this, or she might turn back in like Saga or something.
You know, she seems too far gone, like even mentally.
Yeah, I think it's a tragic thing. It's like that's why Turtle's kind of like, you know, I'm sorry, because I think he realizes like it might just be too late.
And it's like, yep, this kind of my fault.
Yeah, it's my fault, and it might be too late. And like the only way to probably get you out of here is if I win and become the king and take over.
Mm-hmm.
Which is,
I mean, he's on the same situation.
It's just like, yeah, he said the wish was a lie in the end.
Alright.
Because he's going to become the king anyway.
Oh, there's something I noticed actually about in this episode.
The two dead bodies that look like a certain someone.
Oh, yeah, there's that. Oh, yeah, I have a theory about that one actually, specifically. I think. Okay, at this one we can safely say he's a clone, right?
Yep.
But what I think is, he's a clone of that first king that Teruto fought. And they were trying to keep the simulation running until the next rebuild. By just using spare clones of him as a battery.
Dang. That's a good one. That's actually a good one.
His ace is also a lion, typically known for being kings, like represented as kings.
Oh, he was spitting right now. Yeah, I could definitely see that.
And we know he has some beef with Mario,
which would also be like why he's the only other character like really like prominent.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he was not the first king, but he was the more recent king. Then
right,
basically got cloned to be like, and then he probably like burned up too fast.
They also don't show the silhouette of the first king in episode 1, which is in it. I mean, they don't show the face of the first king, just the silhouette.
Need to go look back at that.
Let me pull it up. But they can really just don't show us who it is. It's 30 character.
Okay.
Also makes the body backs we see in Enjo's flashbacks. And that time Sakura was like, I got some information, I got some blackmail on you and your family, ? And he was super confused and angry. Well, he figured it out a long time ago.
Yeah, that's actually really good. That's actually pretty decent storytelling. I like that.
He's probably also going to be the main character of the second season, depending on how episode 12 goes.
Wait. Huh?
depending on how the next episode goes.
One more tangent.
The main character sees. Yeah.
We got a new DLC character for Dragon Ball FighterZ.
For what? Oh, I saw that like just now. Android 21, finally, lab cut, yay.
But okay, well, anyway, back to the. Yeah, this episode was wild. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
This explains a lot of things.
Answers a lot of questions while also leaving some questions still there. I was like, And I do like the final scene is just like, you know, is that realization that Teruto is basically like, we're probably gonna be sent to death either way. Either I win in time to get you out of there, or you win and you basically die. Right. Either way, we're screwed. So this is like my last chance to basically say I'm sorry for doing all that.
Right.
Which is like, dang, that's really emotional, and I appreciate that. Which is good.
Although there's another thing that's possible. I mean, that they also implied this episode, and that's you know, Mario taking Teruto's body anyway, and it's like, So, king or not, Teruto's probably screwed. Like, specifically. And there's like all the stuff that's happening outside the virtual world. It seems like there's some crazy flooding that just wiped out humanity. Or that there's some shady company that managed to kidnap a bunch of people, shove them in a massive building and into a virtual world.
Why was this even there in the first place? And I think that will be announced. That will be revealed in season 2.
Yep.
Easily.
I mean, people make some pretty good guesses so far. It's kind of like, you know, I'm gonna spoil Shin Megami Tensei 1 for everyone. I'm sorry. I'm gonna spoil a DOS game. So basically what happens is once the demons start invading, you know, Center Shin Megami Tensei stuff, right? Then they nuke. Then like Thor launches a nuke. And the world goes like nuclear war. Some crazy stuff happens. And like all the remains of humanity are all stuck in a giant tower in the middle of Japan. Well, what's left of Japan is basically just that giant tower where Japan was. And all the like magical forces of like heaven and hell are all fighting each other for control of the tower and subsequently humanity / the world. We might be having a similar situation here where the factions of the game went to Earth and duked it out with each other. And Neo Kyoto is like the last of humanity. I mean, if magic's real, may as well just go all the way.
Yeah, magic is real. They basically confirmed this. Like, yeah, no, that's not things. Like, they literally are straight up.
Mm-hmm.
That is definitely something.
The fight was pretty cool, good too, actually. That's the card game portion. main character. I know main character finally stopped using super risky RNG strats.
What would you give this episode?
Probably like an 8.
8?
I don't know. It's weird. It's not as bombastically amazing as 10, but it's still really in its own right. So maybe like an 8.5-ish.
Yeah, okay. I give it. I actually give this one the 9. I like this one. It was just another like addition to the story that worked really well. So I definitely would give this a 9.
If episode 12 maintains the momentum, wow.
Yeah.
Like if 12 sticks the landing.
If it was a 12 sticks the landing, like overdress would have to literally like create the best episode in the Vanguard franchise in that finale to win card game of the year, card game anime of the year.
What be like the third to last episode of Shinamon? I don't think, yeah, no, that's a hard sell for the overdress team.
It's still fake, but it's still like a.
Yeah. You have to move up some mountains to make it happen. Alright.
So I think that's pretty much it. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a long one.
Yeah. I am incredibly tired.
Alright, so I think that should be it. What you got going on? Oh, well, first off, before we get the sign off, what was I gonna say? Thank y'all so much for tuning in and watching. This has been a very, very crazy year for both of us.
Yep.
Thank you. We plan to hit 2022 literally off the ground running. But not just like the more podcasts, but more content for both of us.
In general.
And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Follow us on Twitter, on our Twitters and our Twitters, on our channels, Twitches, right?
Yep.
I am decided I actually am going to stream tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you what because I'm not going to share myself. I don't know if I want to go back to more East or I want to just do some more Blaze Blue or Zero. Y'all know when I actually press that play button. So that's it. What you got planned for the next couple weeks, then?
Alright. I was going to say, I'm planning something crazy on Friday, potentially.
Oh, yeah.
Special Christmas stream.
Oh, yeah. What was it that you were talking about in another episode?
Okay, so I'm potentially on this thing. A trading card game Mega Mix Christmas stream. Where I drag people in, as many people as I can, to play as many different card games as we can in a single day stream. And what I was gonna do was invite you to start an early look at our progression series on Christmas Day.
I see.
Yes. Are you in?
Yeah, I'm in.
All right, we're doing it.
There you go. The unofficial episode 13.
The Zexons and in Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression Series, episode 1 Christmas special. That's part of my trading card game, the Mega Mix. Yeah, we other stuff.
Alright, so
There we go. Yep.
Yes, I think that's it. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will see y'all. When's the next episode? Oh, dang, it's already this Saturday, Sunday already. Next episode. We will see y'all, presumably, depending on what happens. January 1st, 2022. So with that, we're signing off for the end of 2021. Thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all have a good night.
Yep.